love a game like that where you get the second team in there and, hey, don't raise your eyebrows, sir. You and I have both been a part of the bomb squad going in there and getting some valuable reps.
Absolutely. But I never really liked going in there at the end of the game.
When else were you going to get in there?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm playing fullback, and then it's like, hey, bomb squad, you get to go play tailback. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's carry the rock.
Hey, man, to each their own, We all have different opinions.
Well, I mean, if you didn't get in then, like, when were you going to get in? Young in your career.
I know. It's just one of those situations. I never like going in at the end of the game because, like, there's no juice to the game. You've been standing there for, like, 3 hours. You go in.
You run, razor, rub.
You run, razor, rub. You get, like, base calls. It's like a no-win situation. Yeah, you get a little bit of experience, but that experience doesn't really do anything for you. That experience doesn't really count.
I guess maybe for me.
Doesn't make you better.
From my perspective, like, I was actually playing a different position. So, like, that was the only real experience I was going to get.
Sure.
So, like, maybe that experience was different for me than it was for you.
Yeah, it was probably good to hit the hole, get some contact a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you played since you played as a freshman, like.
Yeah, but mostly fullback.
Right. Yeah, but when you go in there, you do have to do well because you're supposed to do well. You're going against the backup for Southeastern at that point. So, anyway. It was one of those things that I never really, as a quarterback, it's like, all right, I got to go in there. I better look good because we're blowing this team out. You have to do it. It's a no-lose situation because if you look bad, then it's like, oh, is this guy really the pick for us? Is he really the backup? Do we need to start rethinking? It's like when I'd go in the game in the NFL or something, I'd be like, oh gosh, my job's on the line. If I go in and mop up duty, I feel like my job's on the line.
Yeah.
Because this is the one situation you get to go do it in a game.
You didn't feel that way in college?
I mean, I did a little bit. You still feel like your backup job's on the line. And again, in a situation that's got no juice to it. No win sitch.
Well,
anyway.
LSU did take care of business, 56-10. Garrett Nussmeier, 25 of 31, 273, 8.8 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. And I think more importantly, the air yards went up. Some of the throws that he made, he hadn't been making over the last couple of weeks, some sprinting to his left across his body. Am I saying that it's fully back to normal? Maybe not. But we did see them do some things they haven't done in the first 3 games of the season that they did here in this 4th game.
Yeah, they did, and he threw the ball really well. Early in the game, he did not look like he was throwing it very well. I noticed, like, pushing the ball to the sidelines is when you're putting a lot of stress on the core and your abs and the twisting. Made some what it looked like pretty weak throws. Now, it could have just come out of his hand wrong. I mean, it could have been early in the game, ball was sweaty, something like that. It might not have had anything to do with the potential of that pain or whatever it is. But most of his air yards that were over, like we talked about, the easiest throws on your body are over the middle.
Yeah.
Because everything's lined up perfect. You're not having to, like, twist and turn. And I think a lot of those throws were over the middle, dimes, like spinning it really well. So answered a lot of questions there as far as, is he better? Is he healthy? Now the question I think that I would still have is, like, was it still that necessary to do all that and to risk all that? I don't know. Is he 100%? I don't know. Like, you saw some throws toward the sideline that were not Nussmeier-esque as far as, like, arm strength, but every other throw, of course, the air yards on attempts, they went up, something just we haven't seen, which was good to see. But I think it's easy to get a little too overly confident, overly excited about, when you come out of these games, it's just people are open that normally aren't going to be open, right?
Yeah.
And still, they're the other team's trying, and the effort there, and the windows are, they're not like wide open, but the windows are, and the windows and the gaps that you're throwing to are just unrealistic for going forward. But it's good to see him let it loose. He still has arm talent. I'll be darned. Can still spin it.
Yeah, and that was going to be my biggest takeaway. That was going to be the thing that I was watching. I mentioned on the broadcast like 10 times. Like, okay, I want to see what he does. I want to see how he looks. And like you said, I mean, some of those throws to the sideline. But I did feel like as he got into the game flow, as he got stretched, as he got warmed, as he got juiced up, like it did continue to go up a little bit. And we did see things that we haven't seen in the first 3 weeks, and they spread the ball to a lot of receivers. That was another good thing in this game. Bauer Sharp has 5 catches. Baryon Brown has 5 catches. Cal Parker had 4. Aaron Anderson had 3. And then, I mean, you got a host of Tigers that had multiple underneath that as well. So, passing game, the receivers, your quarterbacks. I mean, Michael Van Buren comes into the game. He's 10 of 12, 122 yards, 10.2 yards per attempt, had a touchdown on the ground and through the air. Nussmeier also had one on the ground. Another sign, I think, of maybe him continuing to get healthy. He had his career long run.
Wow.
26 yards.
He let the people know, too.
He did. His previous career long, want to take a guess?
13.
All right. Laundry, want to take a guess?
10.
Taylor?
Like currently or before tonight?
Before Nussmeier's 26-yard run, his career high before that.
14 yards.
It was 14 yards. Taylor listened to the broadcast.
Nerd alert.
So he almost doubled that. You were close. If he wouldn't have said 14, Price is Right rules, you'd have had it.
He knew it.
Yeah, he knew it.
Mine was just a guess.
Yeah.
It was a guess on my part, guys.
No, it was not.
You said that too confidently. So, I mean, he almost doubled his career long run. Those are good things. And he was very excited. He was letting people know he ran 26 yards.
He was very excited. What do you if he would have gotten in the end zone? Would he have stepped over like Ark Manning did? Would he have stepped over
a Sam Houston player?
Over a Sam Houston player? Bowed up?
Probably not.
That was pathetic.
Yeah. Like
I was going to give him a weekend loser for that.
Yeah.
That was pathetic.
He didn't even run over the guy. The guy came in late and kind of touched him on the hip a little bit.
Big boy.
In Texas social media.
What if he would have done this?
I know.
Oh my
What if
gosh.
he would have put the short guy?
Oh yeah, the too little.
I saw that a couple
The
times.
Texas social media probably worse though, because first off, I saw one that said Arch Manning back to his old self. What's his old self?
Right.
Which is
His high
another
school.
dumb one.
High
And then
school.
they're like,
playing inferior opponents like in high school.
it's true. He did.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
Well, he did it once last year too. Like you're standing over a Sam Houston player. They don't even spell Bearcats correctly.
That's true.
Like, what the hell are we
True
doing
point.
here?
Yeah, that's your people. That's y'all's people.
I'm not gonna blame Ark on that. Like the adrenaline's pumping. You got a lot of all this, all this stuff. Like whatever. I mean, but to put it out there like that, that's pretty rough look.
Yeah, multiple angles, multiple times. Yeah, it's a bad look.
What if Garrett would have tried
That's
to
what I'm saying.
big boy somebody?
Southeastern,
I'd
yeah.
have been like, all right, you can run. Sweet.
Cool.
Cool. But it was good. But look, I'm not going to get too excited about him running for 20 yards against Southeastern. I'm not going to get too excited about him completing some good passes.
Well, see, but
I doesn't
hear,
really matter to me.
Yeah, I do hear what you say, and we've been through those games, aka the purple jersey games. But I do think you can get excited the fact that he showed he can run. I'm talking about health wise. He has a quarterback sneak. They don't call that if they feel like they're putting him in harm's way. And he did make some throws that we haven't seen him make yet. So I don't care about the result. I really don't. I just care about, okay, he's progressing and doing things we haven't seen yet. You don't think so?
Well, yeah. I mean, it looked good. I'm not going to sit here and get too excited and try to wax poetic about our offense is back.
I wouldn't say that either, but I would say that at least we saw things physically from him.
Can I tell you, the competition difference there is, in high school terms, it's 5A versus 2A. The competition difference.
Yeah.
So, would you get, how much do you look into this? Yes, you can, we can knit, with a magnifying glass and be like, but he's made good throws this year over the middle. He's done this and that. Yes, and the game plan was a lot different. So, the woes before this weren't necessarily the throws he could or couldn't make. It was having a game plan around what they thought the throws that he couldn't make. So it was
clear and obvious that they were trying to prove a point this past weekend and push it and do a quarterback sneak and do a couple different things. But game plan's got to open up against real opponents. So and you got one this week. And you got one in 5 days. You got one. So we got an opportunity, big opportunity. It is. We'll get to the rushing attack. Now, the total numbers, because in college, I still just hate that we do this, but we take sack yards away from the rushing total, but still, it is what it is. Fix it. So you had 35 carries, 135 yards, 3.9 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns on the ground. Again, though, they take that Garrett Nussmeier sack yardage away. So his stat line is 5 carries for 10 yards, even though he did have, 26-yard run alone. He had the longest run, by the way, of the night. There's still some things there, that's for sure, that need to continue to get cleaned up, continue to work on. I did think Juwan Johnson was a bright spot. I did think he created on his own a couple of different times. He ended up having 2 scores, 8 for 43. But there's still
Caden Durham
still a way to go.
continues to not be like I don't think the outside zone stuff. I don't think he does real well at this point in his career.
He doesn't see it right now.
He doesn't see it right now. I think we pointed out that clip.
It was last week.
Was it last week? Who was it against?
Florida.
Yeah, it was against Florida, where it was
the corner showed a little
stretch,
bit.
stretch, and didn't push it. And he did it again this week a couple of times, where he just couldn't push it enough, and he had some big openings too. If he just kept, he keeps wanting to cut back, which he's like an inside zone guy. That's where he's comfortable.
Yep.
He's comfortable running in the A and B gaps, and he'll get there. That's a repetition thing. He's got to see it, got to continue to see it on film and see what he's doing wrong, and learn his aiming points, how to press it, where to press it. So he'll get there. He's just not seeing that outside zone real well yet.
All right, we'll be back. More OTB here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, hopefully you enjoyed some ice cold Dos Equis during the tailgate this weekend. It is always a great time to go for Dos when you're getting your tailgate package together. You got to have the essentials. What are the essentials? Well, you got to have the tent, you got to have the TV, you got to have the generator, and of course you got to have the ice cold Dos Equis. One of the cool things walking around tailgates over the last couple of weeks, people are letting us know that they are going for Dos. They have made the change. If they were drinking something else before, they are now on Team Dos Equis. You should be as well. Go for Dos.
How about you? Did you have any Dos Equis? Did you delete a couple of beers this week?
See, I had to work on Saturday.
Yep.
I leave all of that to you, sir.
Well, we didn't have to. We didn't go to the game this weekend. Big shocker, I guess. But guess what? I was at home watching some college football at the house, going for Dos, drinking Dos Equis. That's what I do. That's how I enjoy myself. So if you're going to drink a couple of beers, make sure it's a Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in OTB Monday morning. Taking a look at LSU, we'll get to the Saints. Again, it's too early. It's too early for all that.
I want to apologize here, but I really feel like I brought that first segment down. Wasn't really trying to be that negative.
You're a nega tiger.
I'm just trying to pump the brakes on everything a little bit. I just don't get as excited as other people do.
About winning a game? By 46?
I mean, I don't think I've been bashful about not liking those types of games. I don't think you get better at all. But anyway, I regress. I'm so happy we won.
Nobody
Devin
asked you.
Nussmeier's back.
Nobody asked you to do that.
What?
What you just did.
Oh.
If you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
That's true. It was kind of a sarcastic apology.
I
just didn't want to bring the energy down in the room because I felt like everybody was just kind of like snarling at me a little bit. Actually, never mind. I don't really care what y'all think.
I mean, I'm kind of with you, so I'm not snarling over here.
Some of the tail of the tape, LSU had 32 first downs. Southeastern had 10. On third down, LSU was 9 of 14. Southeastern was 1 of 10.
Woo!
On fourth down, LSU was 3 of 3. Southeastern was 0 for 1.
Let's go.
Total yards, LSU 530. Southeastern 205. Rushing 135 to 89 in favor of LSU. You did have 7 penalties. They only had 5, and you did control the clock 34-44 to 25-16. What about the defense, Matthew? Can I interest you in the defense?
Defense
Yet again,
looked great.
Being dominant.
They look like the better defense out there. They look great. They look great. But they've looked amazing every week. They got to be best defense I've seen, obviously, in a long while here. It's just the energy that they play with. We were watching Whit Weeks playing, and how does a man go out there and play that hard every single play, no matter what the opponent is? It's impressive to watch. It's inspiring to watch, and they just feed off each other, man. So from the top down, we keep saying it. I mean, how many times can we wax poetic about Blake Baker and the leadership there? But, man, they are a full and complete defense. And, I watch it and very impressed with it. But I've been impressed week in, week out. So it really doesn't matter the type of opponent they're playing, how good the opponent is. They play with the same energy, which is really, really hard to do. It is hard to go into those games right there and play with that much energy. Every single play.
Yeah.
You can do it. Usually you see it on a third down passing situations. Guys will get excited because they know it's time to eat a little bit. They know they can get some sacks and get some stats, get a pick, whatever it is. But every single play, really great to see. So just that DNA, that the foundation of that defense is going to continue to get better because they have proven now for 4 weeks that they are going to play with that tenacity, that energy. But the more weeks they have to play together and gel a little bit more and get more and more chemistry.
4 weeks. They already got 3 of them.
Damn. Sorry. That was good.
Hey, thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, the more they get to play with each other, the better this defense is going to get. So excited to see how they continue to grow in their progression. You know, knock on wood, they continue to stay healthy. But from the energy standpoint and how they play, man, I love it. Absolutely love it.
All right, so
and no, the star is not my favorite position, Scott.
You love it.
It's not a position.
It is.
It's a mindset. We've talked about this.
You know, I get the starting lineups from the broadcast, and it's like every week starting to see that star position pop up.
Okay.
Starting to see it at star. You know, whatever number in the player's name, but I say it a lot.
After the Clemson game, I told you, I admitted that the star was real. It's not a real position, but it's a real mindset.
Okay. All right, so I want to do this. I want to take a break, and when we come back, maybe pick your brain a little bit on how you think Lane Kiffin might try to attack this defense. This defense that has been really good. They have not given up more than 10 points to any opponent this year, one of the best defenses in the country. Obviously, Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin score a lot of points. They house a good Tulane team over the weekend, and we'll do all of that when we jump back here. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Remember, though, it's not only in Central, it's in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you. They can help you with any of your plumbing needs. And it's not just in emergencies. They can help you in an emergency, but we're talking about if you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, whatever it might be. It can be big, small, everywhere in between. If you're looking to go tankless with a tankless water heater and never run out of hot water again, you get home late, it's okay. You got to do laundry, you got to do dishes, you still got to shower. It is okay. You don't have to wait for the water to heat back up because you went tankless with Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org.
That's right. If whatever your project is, like if you're about to start a project, maybe it's a little bathroom renovation, maybe it's a whole new house, or maybe you just have a toilet that it's running and it won't stop. Whatever it is, they can handle the job, big or small, residential, commercial. Give them a call. And 24/7 emergency service. So you can call them whenever, no matter the day, no matter the time. If something's an issue, call 225-925-8552, centralplumbing.org.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is
I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, you tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around. You say that it's too late to apologize.
Yeah, Matt, it's too late to apologize for that weak juice you brought this morning.
I didn't bring the weak juice.
Jeez.
You know who brought the weak juice? Whoever scheduled LSU and Southeastern. Take that weak stuff out of here.
Would you like the schedule?
I don't know. I'd like everybody to schedule real football. Not, okay, I am throwing shade, but not to throw shade. Just everyone play at the level that they're supposed to play at.
I'm with you.
Play at your level.
I'm with you.
Sorry, but it looks great. Garrett Nussmeier, wow, he looks healthy. 110%.
I like that you went for 120, then you're like, that's too much.
That's too much.
You went down to 110.
Yeah, 120 is a little.
110.
I didn't want to come off too sarcastic.
I got you.
I'm just excited.
I got you.
I'm excited that he played. Excited that we risked it for the biscuit. We're back. That chemistry we got from this past game is going to lead us to the national championship. Yeah. Let's go.
Woo! Is there anything we can change about your mood here, or is it just our face?
It's just, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair
Just
enough.
change your face.
I can't
You're doing
do
a great
that.
job. Everybody's having fun.
Everybody's
If you don't
having
change your
so
face-
much fun.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to be so much positivity on this station all day long. It's going to be positive, positive, positive. So somebody's got to counterpunch a little bit, right?
I mean, I don't know. I'd say, the Saints will come up a little bit.
Well, that's true. About LSU
Okay.
positivity.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Saints do have to be talked about at some point.
Mm-hmm.
To your point earlier, though, like on the strength of schedule, Clemson,
My gosh.
not good.
Yep.
Florida,
We
not
all
good.
need to be cheering.
Louisiana Tech, not good. Like
At least they win. Oh, Clemson
True,
and
but I
Florida
just-
just lose.
Do we have the weakest strength of schedule so far this
we
year
have
of
not
any team in the
really
country?
I was telling you during break, like I know so many LSU fans are like, "Ha, Clemson lost again." Like you should want Clemson to win every game.
Right.
Why do you want Clemson
See,
to lose?
I do hear what you are saying, but also LSU's going to have 5 opportunities to have a resume builder coming up.
Yeah.
All of it doesn't matter. You're number
Yeah, if you
4 in the
keep winning,
country.
it doesn't matter if
you're
keep
in the
winning,
SEC. So, like, I get what you're saying about
Right.
Clemson, but that's going to take care of itself.
If you win your games, you're in.
I still like laughing at Dabo and the demise of Clemson. I do. It's funny to me.
He said
It-
the
it
same
is
thing
pretty
this
funny.
week that he said last week, like almost verbatim.
Mhm.
Did y'all hear his press conference?
No.
I mean, it was he basically could have just replayed the one from last week and win again.
And he's going to melt again this week at some point, right? He'll melt in a press conference. And so, like, I agree with you. I always want to cheer for the people that LSU beats or cheer for people at LSU's schedule just for that, because the optics. I want us to be better, and I want us to play good opponents. And the people we beat, I want them to be good. But I was cheering against them this week just because the meltdowns of Dabo are pretty funny. Coming out a couple days before, it's like he's telling everybody, well, if they want to stop winning, then they can get rid of me. No, they just want to stop losing.
Yeah.
So stop losing. But I tell you what, that man, he's got knees of steel. I watched him run down that hill purposefully because I wanted to witness if he was going down. That man attacks that hill, and respect to him and his knees.
I could see
It's
you
impressive.
turning on the Clemson game, watching the run out, be like, all right, he didn't do it. Change channel.
I did. Oh yeah. Well, okay. So I have a TV, and then I roll in another TV. Right. So I have and so my big TV, I'll put it like on like 4 boxes, and then my other roll-in TV, I'll have it on a big one game. So my one game is the one I like watch intently a lot. And so I had it on the main TV, my main TV. And so after he ran down the hill, I did change it from the main TV to just kind of the background TV.
Screens do you have?
I got 2, but I got
You got the 4 box and then the
so I got
one?
the 4 box on my big TV, and then I have a roll-in TV that I put just one game on.
You watch games like you're Tony Stark.
That's right. This is my job now, guys.
Enhance.
So I got 5 games going at once.
Regardless if Clemson continues to win or not, again, for LSU, you just have to go out there and continue to take care of business. Like, you've got everything on your schedule that is going to be like resume builders. So for you just had to win an opening game, which you did. You had to beat a rival in Florida, which you did. Like, I don't know what those teams are going to look like at the end of the season, but you got to control the controllables. You got to control what is on your schedule, and that's what you've done so far. Well, now here it comes. It's going to start to heat up, and this is a great opponent coming up this week. You have a team that certainly is high-powered offense. They lost a lot of their defense, and we saw Arkansas have a lot of success against them on their defense and offensively for Arkansas. Like, they had a big game. Now you got South Carolina after this one, and we'll see where South Carolina is a couple of weeks from now. But the focus being on Ole Miss in this one, it's on the road. The last 2 games you've had against this team have been crazy games. I mean, we remember Jaden and Malik and BTJ and that offense going to Oxford, and, I mean, they did every possible thing that they could to try to win that game. The defense just could not come up with a stop. Couldn't come up with a stop. And you still had a chance there in the end zone. You had a receiver with the ball hit his hands, and you almost won that game even though you couldn't come up with a defensive stop. And then you have last year, Kyron Lacey catches the pass in overtime, and LSU wins when it looked like Ole Miss had control of that game throughout. You come back in the fourth quarter. Garrett Nussmeier makes one of the best throws all year to Aaron Anderson to tie it up, and we all know you win in overtime. Like I said, they've been crazy games. They've been great games. You might get something. Now, I'm not saying the scoreline's going to look the same as those games, but you're probably going to get something very similar to that. Right now, the ESPN matchup predictor has Ole Miss with a 73.3% chance to win this game.
Wow.
73.3% chance. Ole Miss right now, they're the favorite. This game opened up LSU minus 1.5. It's now Ole Miss minus 2.5.
Yeah, and I'm looking at that, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. I mean, so both teams are 4-0, and Taylor, you had mentioned it too. Like LSU got jumped in the rankings by somebody that didn't play, and it has to do with the computer strength of schedule, right? The strength of schedule of our win versus Florida. Clemson doesn't look very good anymore. So, and the way we won them, it wasn't like a blowout or anything like that. So that strength of schedule has got to be the reason for a lot of this stuff. Reason for us being an underdog right now at Ole Miss and getting jumped by somebody that didn't even play after having a blowout victory. So, yeah, the strength of schedule is probably adjusting a lot of this. But, like, this is LSU Ole Miss. This is a rivalry game. You never really know what's going to happen. Lane Kiffin, I mean, they go out there and they beat a really good Tulane team with a backup quarterback. So they have a team. We all know that they lost a lot of talent from last year's team. But they've reloaded, and I'll be darned if Lane Kiffin is a good head coach and can field a good team. So this is going to be a test for both teams to see how good each of these teams really is. I think there's a lot of question marks, I guess, that we have or the public has on like how good is LSU really after the 2 big opponents we lost have turned out to start out 1-3. So we'll see. So if I'm the big tail of the tape is going to be Lane Kiffin on what he is going to do, how he is going to attack this dynamic and this just brutal LSU defense that they're going to be facing. So how is he going to attack it? Now he's got 4 weeks of film now.
Yeah.
Now, I understand Clemson had no answers. They didn't know what they were going to get. Florida, you know, they had a couple of weeks of film. But now Lane Kiffin, a good offensive mind, has a couple of weeks of tape to go off of. And so how is he going to attack it? So that kind of remains to be seen. And can you actually honestly think that you can devise a game plan that will consistently move the ball? Or do you have to just rely on hitting a couple of really good big plays? Because I think that might be what this LSU team is, this LSU defense is. If you're an offense going against it, they are so good and so dynamic and got so much talent and so aggressive that you might have to rely on taking advantage and hitting a couple of big plays and then holding LSU's offense. But if I'm Lane Kiffin, what I'm trying to do, if I'm attacking this LSU defense, you have to be a counterpuncher. So LSU's a big heavyweight. They want to come out swinging. They want to put the pressure on you, make you make decisions quick. So as an offense, you got to be a counterpuncher. You have to adjust to the pressures. You have to make mic adjustments. You have to make hot route adjustments. You have to throw into the blitz. You have to throw into the pressure. You have to take what they're going to do because LSU's going to have haymakers.
Yeah.
You have to be able to counterpunch that with quick shots. So if we always were taught with the teams that pressure a lot, you throw right into the teeth of the pressure.
Right.
Because where they come from, they leave
Gotta replace
voids.
it, yeah.
They leave voids. LSU, the safeties are doing a really good job of filling that gap, or filling that void when linebackers leave it, but they fill it from pretty high up. So, in college you don't get it a lot, but in the NFL, it wasn't really hot routes we would run. It was just called peeking.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what
You still
route
run
you
your
had.
route, but you peek to see if the quarterback throws it.
Yeah, you peek. Yeah. If someone comes off your face or they blitz from the slot and you're the slot receiver, you peek. You peek your first couple steps. And so that was like the most dynamic thing that we could ever do against the pressure thrown into it. So I have to believe that Lane Kiffin, watching this film, is figuring out how to design an offense and calls and audibles and check with me's and things like that will be completely counterpunching. Not necessarily hard play action fake, throwing it over the top. But how can we get quick throws over the middle? How can we throw into pressure? How can we throw screens into pressure, whether it's a number 3 receiver running a flat route and the outside 2 blocking, or the number 1 running a one-step slant and the inside 2 receivers blocking? Those are all ways to counterpunch.
So one of the things that I think LSU does really, really well, speaking of like bringing the pressure and different things, and I was watching it closely this weekend. It's a different game flow, and so you get a chance to maybe hone in on a couple of different things. And they do a really nice job of disguising who's coming. And you might be like, wait a minute, I see them inching up all the time. If you go back and you watch the tape, like let's just say that we're the offense, we're looking at the defense. Well, the linebacker on the right side, he'll keep inching and inching. And oftentimes in college, you're like, okay, well, this guy's coming. But he'll do it, and then he'll drop into coverage, and then all of a sudden here it comes from the left. And they do a really nice job. And then, both guys will kind of walk up and back up and walk up and back up, and then here it comes from the place that you're not expecting. You get that a lot in the National Football League. You don't get that a ton in college. A lot of times in college, it's like if a corner's coming on a corner cat, he is stiff as a board. He's press coverage. His head's not moving. His arms aren't moving. It's like, okay, that guy's coming. It's kind of like in college, you can tell when a running back's about to get the football too, because it's the same situation. LSU does a really nice job of disguising where they're coming. And they also do a nice job of disguising to simulate that they're going to come. Like that's very difficult to get at the college level. So like that's what I'm intrigued by. That chess match from Lane Kiffin, Blake Baker, and where Lane thinks the pressure is going to come from. Can Blake Baker confuse him and maybe trick them enough one time to turn into an interception?
Yeah, and one of the ways that they disguise really well is something that the quarterback looks for is rotating safeties.
Yeah.
So if the safety's coming down, he's either coming down to fill a gap in coverage or he's coming to replace somebody that has left to go blitz the quarterback. Our safeties have done a really nice job of staying in like a 2-shell look and dropping at the snap of the ball. But kind of like I said, like when you try to counterpunch, like we're dropping, but it's like the old school, like how like Cam Chancellor used to drop. He used to drop, and it was like a 3-high or 1-high shell, but he was still like 10 yards deep. Like, so they're not like dropping down into the box to where it's like clear and obvious to the quarterback that it is a single high safety look. So sometimes even at the snap that we're dropping so slowly and like for a purpose slowly because they're trying to disguise it. So they're dropping so slowly that it still looks like cover 2 or a 2 shell. But in reality, in theory, we're playing a cover 1 and our safeties are good enough to be able to react up. So, like, if normally a safety, if he drops down, he's got either a hook or he plays a curl to flat. Well, we're able to play the hook or the curl flat from a depth because they're able to react up so well. So it's just they are. And you don't see disguises like that a lot in college because it takes 11 guys that kind of understand the goal of everything and where the weaknesses are and where you can disguise. Because some people like to disguise way too much, and it leaves them very, very vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
So
they can't get to where they want to get to.
Exactly. So
now, fully expect Ole Miss to try to use LSU's aggression against them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, anytime that teams have had any success against this LSU defense, that's what they've tried to do. They tried to attack the aggression. Now, it doesn't always turn into a big play for you, but I'm saying, like, run a screen into the pressure. Run a running back screen or a tunnel screen or something. Like, try to use their aggression against them. That's what I think Lane's going to try to do.
Yep.
He's going to try to see the pressure, and it's going to – you'll see a ton of screens up, some quick throws, some of the stuff that Matt was talking about, which basically turns into a screen when you throw a slant kind of behind the pressure.
And that's why I say, like, having 4 weeks of tape for an offense going against us it's invaluable because when you do that, it's a lot of check with me's, right? A lot of offenses at college are check with me. They get up there, they do the fake claps or whatever, and they look to the sideline to see what the new call is.
Right.
Or the coach will now, I guess he can tell the quarterback now, then they'll change the play. Well, when they do that, the defense can also change. So we've seen the LSU defense, if the offense is trying to change a play, the LSU defense changes the play and they go like hands coverage or they hand signal and they change everything up. So now you got 4 weeks of tape. They can see kind of like what hand signals mean. They can see what dummy calls means. Like, it's just a little chess game right there. So can Lane Kiffin dial up the right play versus, and a lot of it's calculated risk. A lot of it's like, I believe based on this look on film that when they do this, or when the safety line's up here, or when they're in, an over front instead of an under front, when the linebacker is shaded a little bit to the back, they're looking for all those different things. I need to call this tunnel screen because I believe the strong dog's coming, so I want to run a tunnel screen right into that pressure. Yeah. Now, he might call it 2 or 3 times during the game, and they don't do it, but they're looking for just one time to hit a big play. And I've seen it. Watching the film of LSU's defense, we are so aggressive in an awesome way.
Yeah.
But it does leave yourself vulnerable, like anything. But it's calculated risk on Blake Baker's part. He's saying, I'm creating so much chaos. I know I'm vulnerable here, but I think we can get to that quarterback and confuse him before he can dissect it, decipher it, and make a decision, get the ball out of his hand.
Yep. And just like Lane's got that 4 weeks of film, Blake's got that 4 weeks of film on Ole Miss, and I'm looking forward to the chess match between those two. It's certainly going to be the storyline for me throughout the game. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back on the other side.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. Right there on the homepage, you'll see 5-star reviews, Google, Facebook, Yelp. The internet hates everything, but it can't help but to love Pelican Roofing. Also, on the website, PelicanRoof.com, you'll see the instant roof quote. If you're needing a new roof, wanting an idea of what that would cost you at your home, at your business, whatever, well, you go in, you type your address in there, and it's going to give you an outline of your roof and a really good idea of what that's going to cost you. And they also have financing options right there on the homepage as well, PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, if you look at their homepage of their website at pelicanroof.com, you get 5 stars, and that's 5 stars out of 5 stars. That is the best you can get, and that's based on Yelp, that's based on Google, Facebook, whatever it is, because that is customers that are actually taking the time to go say, this company was trusted. They did an amazing job for us, and I want to let the people know. So if you have a job, if you have a project, if you have to put in a new roof, go see them, pelicanroof.com.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
So you took a chance, made of a plan. But I bet you didn't think that they would come crashing down. No, you don't have to say what you did. I already know. I'm found out my plan. There's just no chance when you and me, there'll never be. Don't it make you sad about it? Tell me you love me.
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Monday morning. Want to remind you about Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Go to the website today, yourgoodwood.com. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. right there on Drusilla in Baton Rouge, 2254GD Wood, 2254GD Wood. And always online, you can book your consultation, bottom right corner of the website. Again, that website, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, so the individual matchups, as we're going to continue, obviously, throughout the week, previewing Ole Miss and LSU, that I'm looking forward to is the Ole Miss running backs versus the LSU linebackers. Now, a big misconception of Lane Kiffin's offense is that he only wants to, like, throw the football. No. They're just up-tempo. Don't confuse up-tempo with wanting to just throw the ball 45 times a game. That is not who they are. They are a team that wants to run the football. He told me, let's see, it was at Media Day or Spring Meeting. Doesn't really matter. So we were having a conversation, and he talked about their running game. He said, we lost 2 games, one to Kentucky, one to LSU, because we couldn't close out the game in 4 minutes. We gave a good offensive ball back against LSU. They made us pay. They are at their best when they can run the football, and they've done so far this year. They've got a couple of nice running backs. Their quarterback has been really good in the run game as well, and that's who they are. They ran the ball 42 times against Tulane. They threw it 27. So it is going to be the matchup. It's those running backs, the running quarterback, ability versus LSU's linebackers. And look, if you're LSU, you're like, I'll take that. I'll take that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's your best group. You've got multiple players. You got 3 really good ones and some young guys that have gotten some action over the last week.
Yeah, and I know Lane Kiffin's big thing always has been run it. Now he looks like this big aired out guy, and that's the misconception part you're talking about. But he knows just as well as most good offensive coordinator that you cannot throw it 60 times a game and expect to consistently win. Being able to run the football opens up your pass game tremendously. So most good quarterbacks that throw for a lot of yards have a very good, or at least a very manageable, a scary running game. It doesn't have to be the best in the world or best in the conference, but they have something that they can consistently rely on keeping them in good down and distances. So
yeah, something we'll talk about throughout the week is that rushing attack versus your strength, your linebacking core. We'll talk about it here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, your season, your shot. The NFL season is rolling right along, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the National Football League. From first touchdown score to anytime touchdown props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. So right now, new customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly, plus score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Just use promo code Baton Rouge. That is promo code Baton Rouge. You get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Licensing partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only. And auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Mornings with Brian Haldane is the only live and local talk show in the capital city. Get the news from the newsmakers, along with traffic and weather updates throughout the morning. The conversation starts weekday mornings at 6 on Talk 107.3.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, September 22nd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 89. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll talk to New Orleans Saints as we recap the game against the Seattle Seahawks. Spoiler alert, it was not very pretty. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from downtown Baton Rouge, starts now.
All right, welcome back in hour number 2 of OTB here on this Monday morning. Jake Flynn, Alondra Tate, all here with you in studio. Feels good to be back in studio, and I'm going to try to have as much glee in my voice as I possibly can
Yippee.
during this New Orleans Saints talk. Okay, so let's do this. It's the start of hour number 2.
Okay.
Let's let you take a fresh, deep breath before we get started, and let's get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, it was your New Orleans Saints going down 44-13 on the road in Seattle against the Seahawks. There's so many things to discuss with this game. There's a lot of bad. They were undisciplined. They didn't make plays. They, let up a special teams touchdown, which is always like a recipe for disaster. There's just not a lot of positives to take from this game. Let's look at the tail of the tape real quick. First downs, actually pretty close. Seahawks 22, you had 21. Now, of course, you got a lot of those, when you're in 2-minute offense, basically the entire second half. Total yards, you had 284 to their 320. Passing yards, 233 for the Seahawks, 205 for the Saints. Rushing yards, neither team ran it well. 87 for the Seahawks, 79 for the Saints. Penalties, you had 11. You had 11 penalties. Seattle had 8. You had 1 turnover. But really, anytime you have a defense or a special teams touchdown, which was really the theme of the National Football League, I think you had 8. You had 8 special teams or defensive touchdowns yesterday. It's always going to be very difficult to win, especially on the road. But this thing started to spiral on you, and you never know.
Very fast.
You never know what's going to happen in a game. But it's like, man, I wonder if Alvin Kamara doesn't backpedal and just kind of runs through that first series where Spencer Rattler throws the ball up. Like, if he catches that, like, what does this game turn into? Because you're going to get points. You're going to get points if you get that. And then who knows where the game flow kind of goes. And when you're the New Orleans Saints right now and you're this bad, you can't let any opportunity go by you. So you give the ball right back to them, and they go down, and Sam Darnold hits Jackson Smith and Jigba, and they get a 12-yard touchdown, and then the floodgates. They return a punt. They block a punt. They score again, and you were never going to come back from that. You're not built for that. You're built for how you did in the first 2 weeks. Hang around, stay around, keep it close, have an opportunity at the end. Now, you didn't win either one of those games. We all know that. But that's who you are, and that's how you're going to have any success this year. You are not built to come from behind like that right now. You don't have the experience at quarterback. You damn sure don't have the offensive line to protect you in a situation where you're throwing the football like you had to. And, right now you don't have the receivers to be able to maybe go change the game. So it's a recipe for disaster with how that game kind of played out for the Saints.
It was ugly from the first play. It's one of those things when we're looking at it, and it's a real good case in point. You just brought up one play where Kamara, there's a deep shot, Rattler throws him down the sideline. He turns and starts backpedaling instead of running through it. I mean, he's a running back down the field. You can't expect him.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, it's just not what they practice, right? But the case here is we're looking at one random third down play in the first quarter as a turning point to the game. Because of how the first quarter went. They score on their first drive. They get a 95-yard punt return for a touchdown. They block a punt and then a 3-yard rushing touchdown from Kenneth Walker. And then all of a sudden you're down 21-0, and you're looking back at one random offensive play that you could have hit or should have hit, whether it's Rattler's got to put it on him better or Kamara's got to keep running through it. Whatever it is, that is such a minute – when you look at losses in the NFL, you're usually looking at one or two plays in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
This game was out of hand so fast for no one specific reason except for everybody's reason. The entire team. Special teams, embarrassing. An absolute first quarter embarrassment of special teams. Penalties after penalties after penalties. Putting your offense in situations that you can't overcome in the NFL. This is a National Football League. You can't have 2nd and 20, 1st and 15. You can't have those situations, especially with an offensive line that's not playing well, especially with a young quarterback, especially with probably the talent, the least amount of talent at wide receiving court from top to bottom out there. You just can't do it, and it's embarrassing. Yeah. And I can't sit here and say that it's the play caller's fault, it's the coach's fault, it's the quarterback's fault, it's the running. Try pointing a finger at one person on this thing.
Yeah,
you're pointing at 53 people. It's just one of those things. It's just embarrassing, and it just got out of hand. Are they that much better of a team than the Saints? No, I don't think anybody's that much better than anyone in the NFL. That kind of point spread, 44-13. There's no one team that's that much better than a team. It's just you still keep shooting yourself in the foot. You cannot, when you are this roster, you can't have 11 penalties.
No,
you can't have a block punts and a punt return for a touchdown. Yeah. It just can't happen. It's inexcusable.
Yeah, you might have only had one turnover, but a block punt turnover.
Yep.
I mean, a kickoff or a punt return for a touchdown, that's a pick six mentally, and what it does to the game flow. So yeah, you might have only had air quotes one turnover. No. You had multiple.
95-yard punt return too.
Yeah.
So he caught it. He had the green. So they had so much disrespect for the Saints special teams and the team in general that they're and there was a quote by him too that said the head coach gave me the green light to catch it within 5 yards. That's like giving somebody the green light to swing on 3-0.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't do that. You just don't catch it at 5. So 95. So where a semi-competent execution of a punt play tackles him inside the 25 at least, right?
Yeah.
Let's give him a 20-yard punt return. Pretty good. We'll give him that.
Yep.
Keep it inside the 25. And at least it holds this live, gives your people a chance. But man, it is so frustrating because you want to watch and evaluate the quarterback play, but how can you?
When a game gets like that, everything you worked on during the week, all the first 15 and all the, hey, we like this in this situation, it goes out the window. Yeah. Completely everything you worked on that week, because then becomes I'm in 2 minutes for the entire game.
Right.
And you just have to run your 2 minutes because you're down 35.
And how can you evaluate quarterback play and where you're athletically, where a lot of your young guys are when you have that many penalties?
Yeah.
and you're not playing the game in a normal down and distance. I don't know. It was really, that's a frustrating watch.
Your defensive backs also got cooked all day long. Kool-Aid McKinstry graded out at 29.1%. Justin Reed graded out at 38.6. Alante Taylor, 51.5. And Jonas Sanker, 58.9. So 58.9 in your defensive backfield was the highest grade. These corners were in a blender all game long. Look, Seattle's got some good receivers. But there was space like I was watching LSU Southeastern. We talk about that space that's not there in the NFL. It was there in this game. So, I mean, look, Demario Davis is out there giving you everything he's got.
Everything.
I actually think he still played really against the run. I thought he was great. That's every week. We can't keep coming up here talking about the guy who's one of the oldest players in the league. Being the only guy.
I don't know if you can sit here and name a linebacker playing better than him.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
He's playing incredible.
He's playing at an all-pro level.
He's probably like, hey, guys.
Hey.
Anybody want to join me? Anybody want to raise their level of play and match where I'm at right now?
Hey, can anyone stop flinching before the quarterback says hut? For the love of God. Can we line up on the line of scrimmage? Can we not have illegal formations?
Those are all
maybe move your feet on the offensive line and stop holding people.
Yeah. There's a very, very big lack of discipline from this team yesterday, right? And it's always going to start at the top. It's always going to be, something we talk about with the head coach, first-time head coach, and all that. But also in the National Football League, man, you gotta police yourself a little bit as well. Like those are penalties you just can't have, and it's so frustrating to watch Demario Davis go out there and continue to give you everything he's got, continue to play well. And it's like, would somebody follow that man? Would somebody raise their level of play to match what he's doing right now?
Yep.
And you don't see it.
And I feel like Rattler has that dog in him to bark a little bit at his team. He's just not yet in a position to do that. And I kind of wish he was, because I feel like he's got a little bit of that in him.
Yeah.
Like at a quarterback, you got to be an a-hole every now and then.
Yeah.
Like if your team needs it. Like if it's in that kind of position. But I don't know. I mean, is who on offense could take that leadership role in that? Like Kamara could. I just don't know if he.
It's not his personality.
It's not his personality. Like I feel like Rattler has that in him, but he probably doesn't feel
actually a good point.
Comfortable enough in his position, even though he's been named starting quarterback. Like, you got to have some. You got to be able to swipe the card a little bit. Like you got to have some equity built up to be able to do that to pros. And he just doesn't have that equity built up yet. I think it's coming. Like you could look at this game and spin it to where you could take a lot of positive things that he's doing still. But when a game looks like that, even though it's not one person's fault and it's just everything looks so bad, it's hard to spin anything. But, I mean, you look at his numbers. Okay, yeah, numbers weren't bad. They were, whatever. But it doesn't matter.
Again, like this isn't giving like Spencer Rattler a free pass. But if you think this is a quarterback issue, I'd love to sit down and watch tape with you. I invite you to, actually. Like if you come on, like anybody, a fan, anybody doing this job, if you come on and you're like, oh, as a quarterback, tank for whoever. Tank for who? Tank for who? Unless our Lord and Savior is playing quarterback for the Saints, I don't think it really matters. That's about the only person I think that could help you right now. It does not matter who's playing quarterback. You can get the best guy on the board. It's not a quarterback issue. It's not. When your offensive line right now, and you go watch that tape, pocket? What pocket? Pocket presence. How do you have pocket presence when there's no good pocket?
Yep. Miss an open receiver? What open receiver?
I mean, it's
who you throwing it to? Who's Tom Brady throwing that ball to if he's playing back there? Who's Drew Brees throwing the ball to? No idea.
And to Matt's point, it's a good one I hadn't even really thought about. Like, who's getting on him right now? Like, you look at the dynamic of the offense, and like that's just like it's not AK's personality. He's more of a lead by example. Certainly no receiver right now, not one. It's not DeJuan Johnson at tight end. I can tell you that. Your left tackle's a rookie. Your right tackle's a second-year player. Your left guard's a revolving door, and your right guard's one of the worst players in the NFL. who's going to be the voice? Like, because also, like, age is not the only thing that matters when that voice talks. You have to have respect for that voice. And you got to be like, this voice is out. Like, DeMario Davis talks, we're all listening on the defensive side of the football.
Yep.
You would think so.
Yep.
Like,
Cam Jordan
offensively,
talks.
yeah, Cam Jordan, same way.
There's nobody on that offense besides Kamara that's got notches in his belt.
Not one.
And you got to have notches in your belt to be able to do that. Now, at some point, it does, no matter if you do, no matter if you're young or have the lack of experience or the notches on you. Like, Rattler's got 7 starts now, 0-7. But at least he's got the starts. He is the one that has to start barking a little bit. Has to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't rely on the defense to do it, because that just is going to – it's just – that's not how football families work. Like, the defense can't push the offense.
Yeah.
Offense can't push the defense. So somebody's got to pick it up. But, again, it is a offensive team problem. It is not a one-person problem.
I also don't love kicking field goals when you're down by a bazillion.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's the
that does nothing for you.
Any of the offensive coach's personality to be that guy either.
That's fair.
So I don't know. We'll see. It's got to be. I mean, Spencer has to be the one, now that we're talking through this a little bit.
Yeah.
To be an a-hole, because you need it.
Yeah, and you're not. I mean, look, we're not talking about being a bad teammate. We're talking about the opposite.
I think everybody gets I think people have seen it. They've
Yeah.
seen Tom Brady yelling at people on the sideline.
Oh my
In a
gosh.
good way, in a positive way.
I mean, look, you've been a part of it. I mean, Phillip Rivers would walk down the sideline and just bark at us if we weren't doing our
Right.
job.
But it's the you got to do it in the times that's not seen.
Right.
It starts on Monday, and on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday, Saturday walkthroughs. Like, you can't accept anything less than perfection when it comes to walkthroughs, when it comes to execution and practice. If your team jumps off sides or lineups in the wrong formation in a practice,
yeah,
as a coach, you got to say, I'll be damn sure that that's never going to happen again, because this is what's going to happen to you if you do it in practice. You think if it happens in practice, it's not going to happen playing in Seattle with their quote-unquote 12th man,
Which is loud,
pumping in that fake noise? And let's go ahead and give Sam Darnold some flowers. Oh, the Jets, just a terrible organization, and the Panthers.
The Jets
oh
are
my
just
God,
awful. Whoa. Panthers won yesterday.
They did. True dat. I'm
Panthers
just
won
saying.
yesterday.
Darnold, the
I got your
Vikings
bag,
decide. The Vikings probably maybe worst decision of the entire NFL this past season.
Although the Vikings did.
They did.
They looked great. I know what you're saying. The Jets is oof. And if we're not careful, and I mean this, I swear to God, I mean this. If we're not careful, the Saints will become the Jets. There's a lot of people listening right now that remember the Aints days. I certainly do. I remember listening to the radio, and I'm like, hey, Mom and Dad, why is Hokie so sad? Why is his voice like that? Oh, son, it's because the Saints haven't won a game since Jesus was a boy. Like, oh, okay, cool. And they were the laughing stock of the NFL. And then you became the most consistent franchise in the NFL as far as, the regular season and division titles and where you were. And like, you were the talk of the town. You were a top 3 organization. You're flirting with getting to the Jets territory, where it's just like every year you field a team, you have a stadium, you got uniforms and everything, but you're basically just an exhibition game for everybody else. It's about you're close to that.
You could stop it.
You could.
It can be stopped. I mean, it's not like a no turning back situation. But you can't have stupid mistakes. You can't beat yourself. You can't have a blocked punt and a punt return for a touchdown in the first quarter.
No.
Can't have 11 penalties. Clean up the BS. Give your people a chance.
The percentages, like when you have a special teams touchdown or a pick six or something like that, it's like 78% of the time, the team that has one of those wins the game. 78% of the time.
Yep.
So when you have 2 of those kind of situations and you pair them with double-digit penalties, and you pair it with this roster, you're never winning that game. Never. Never.
And I don't think anybody was fooled to the fact that Saints were going to be like a really strong team this year.
Right, but the first 2 weeks,
But, like,
I mean, at least you gave yourself a chance.
But, like, stay in, like, compete to where, like, the big thing that needs to come out of the season is the evaluation of your young guys, evaluation of your quarterback. Like, what direction are we going at that? That game yesterday, you can't evaluate a quarterback. You can't realistically evaluate people based on games like that. You get nothing from it.
And also, right before the season, you cut your best special teams player. Just to add insult there. So, not a lot of good. Not a
Did
lot
you
of
see that
good.
touchdown pass, though?
I did.
Hey, touchdown, NFL.
I did. Be careful, Saints, because right now you're trending in a direction to be the Jets.
They did have an NFL touchdown yesterday.
Congratulations.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they were down, I think, 30 when they did it. All right. Well, that's that.
We did it.
Here on this Monday. Yay, Glee.
And breathe,
The Glee in the voice.
yay.
That didn't last very long. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, GCOPnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. And right now, obviously, in some of the businesses that we talk about, documents, and we know how important they are, and you got to have those done, right? You got to be able to have those in hand when you need them. Now, if everything's down and you can't get anybody on the phone and you're searching for help, well, what's that going to do? It's going to set you behind. Your business is going to be behind. That's why when you have GCOP, they are always there, because you're going to pick up the phone, you're going to have a conversation with a real human being. They're not going to transfer you 17 times. The person you talk with is the person that's going to help you, and they're going to help you right away. Customer service is what sets them apart. GCOPnet.com.
Hey, Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's lifeline when it comes to how your office runs, how it operates. Offices in New Orleans, offices in Baton Rouge, Mandeville, Lafayette, they are Louisiana through and through, and they're proud to be partners with LSU, the Saints, the Pelicans, whoever it is. So give them a call today. Let them help your office work more efficient. GCOPnet.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
While Louisiana politics can seem like they're from another planet, Moon Griffon isn't afraid to bring politicians back down to earth. Listen to the Moon Griffon Show weekday mornings at 9 on Talk 107.3.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Well, we did it. Obligatory Saints commentary last segment. I'm proud of all of us. All four of us. We did it. We didn't say one. I don't think we said one curse word either. Not bad.
Maybe a damn or hell, but
yeah.
You're the one we got to watch with that.
I do. Okay, the guy does it one time, his second show.
I don't think I've done it yet. I got very close one time. Very close to a word that definitely would have been worse than the one you said. I said most of the syllables, just not all of them.
Which ones?
It's not important.
I'm trying to think of, like, how do you break that word up and say 75% of them? Got to say the last three.
Yeah, just don't end it. Just kind of like fade off.
Gotcha.
Fade off.
A bunch of U's.
There's a bunch of U's. I blacked out. I was like, oh, my God.
It's not that important.
And then, of course, T couldn't handle it. He started snickering. Couldn't control herself for about 3 minutes.
I just wanted to tell you that I was proud of all of us for doing that.
Thank you.
I don't think anybody wanted to talk about it. Not because we don't like them. I'm a new fan, too.
I mean, you did.
That was a rude awakening for a new fan.
Of anybody in this room, actually, you should be the biggest Saints fan because they did pay you money.
I paid you money, too.
Yeah, I got a $500 check for camp.
Sorry, forgot that was not money.
You got that vet minimum, sir. I know what that dollar amount is. More than 500. I'm serious when I say, though, going back to last segment, it's a crossroads for you. It's a crossroads right now.
Player only meeting for sure.
That ain't gonna help. Oh yeah, Tay, why don't you tell the people that don't know the schedule who the New Orleans Saints have coming up this week?
Yeah, so maybe a bounce back spot for New Orleans.
There we go.
Not sure, guys, but they have the Buffalo Bills this week.
Vulnerable.
Look ahead. Look ahead, Gabe.
Look ahead, Gabe, for the Bills. Hey, look, the Browns just beat the Packers.
Tua went, like, the Miami Dolphins actually were in the game, and they're pretty bad. So
vulnerable.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's still the NFL, Bill. The Browns beat the Packers. So why?
Well, you just built the Packers.
Why?
Up.
More than anything,
that was
though,
just you building
to
the
her
Packers
point,
up, though, you know.
Their defense kept them in the game, and Miami's defense is awful. So, like, maybe that's where you look.
So, yeah, okay.
'Cause, look, if we
I
have
like
one
the spin
positive
zone.
from yesterday.
Josh Allen stinks.
Yeah, sure. Seattle had a huge lead, so they're running the ball a lot. The Saints held them in check in the run game. I think they averaged 2.8 a carry.
Yeah.
I mean, the Saints' run defense was actually okay. And I know people love Josh Allen, and they're like, oh, he does it by himself. James Cook is a big part of what they do.
He's a beast. He's a
If
beast.
you can,
That's
if you
why
can
they paid
slow
him.
him down, I don't know. I'm not saying you're going to win, but maybe you won't lose badly.
Just show up, right? Don't just watch. Play a game that's clean. Like the first 2 weeks was okay, but it still wasn't clean. Like you still were playing behind the sticks, not in rhythm. Silly penalties, silly mistakes. Got it cut. Like it looks such like just an undisciplined team.
Yeah.
When you have that many penalties, that many dumb mistakes on special teams, it's just undisciplined.
You do have the Giants the week after. Which, like, is that game going to be on TV? Both those teams probably going to be 0-4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Cartoon Network.
Like, I know. It's hard to even, like, see a good game, though. Like, the Seahawks, yeah, okay, they're fine. They're good and everything. But, like, they're not that good.
The Buffalo
just
Bills
ran
are
you off the
16.5-point favorites.
That
against
is
the Saints.
huge for an NFL game.
Take the Saints. Let's go.
16.5.
Thank God they put that hook in there.
You weren't going to take it otherwise.
Yep.
Speaking of lines and betting, we put together 4 NFL picks, little party barge NFL picks. Let's see.
How do we do?
I hit the Chargers -2.5 against the Denver Broncos. Alondra hit Chicago -1.5 against the Dallas Cowboys. Matt, you picked the Packers -7.5. They lost outright. Tay, you picked the Texans money line, and they lost to the Jags.
Which, okay, like,
outright.
Is C.J. Stroud bad now?
Is he a bad quarterback now? He had a good first year.
Caleb Williams absorbed all his powers whenever he tried to little bro him.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Caleb Williams was good.
But, like, you watch that game. That's why I picked them. I'm like, the Jags are not good, and there were moments for Stroud to win that game. And, I mean short hopping it to wide open receivers.
Yeah. Really?
Like, he's bad. It was not.
What happened?
Golly. And he wasn't great last year. I mean, he was good, but he degressed from year 1 to year 2. This year, he's awful. I mean, they're 0-3.
It's crazy because, like, his rookie year, like, good. Like, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a baller. Making all the throws, making all the reads, like, doing things that were, and playing, like, making good throws, getting hit in the face. So that is kind of a shocking surprise that he's not playing that well.
And you look at their defense, like, they're 0-3. I think the 20 points they gave up to the Bucs last Monday night, I think that's the most they've given up this year.
Really?
And they're 0-3.
Yeah. Saints are plus
and you
980.
picked them.
Well, I mean, I just thought, hey, he's going to come around at some point. Well, I was wrong.
As far as the pontoon parlay, Alondra hit with Texas Tech +3.5. Matthew hit with Miami -9.5.
Let's go.
I hit with Michigan State +19 against USC. And Tay missed with Washington State +20.5.
I sunk it, guys. I sunk it. It's on me this week. It is.
You sunk.
Apparently, I was awful all over the place because the NFL one lost too. Look, Washington State is terrible. But I'm like, they're at home, a rivalry game, 21 points. Apparently wasn't enough.
Should have seen it coming.
It was not enough. So the pontoon
Dang
parlay sunk. It stayed afloat for a long time.
We're disappointed all of our listeners.
Yeah.
Almost sure there was mortgages wagered.
Yeah.
Responsibly.
That's on them. They didn't hear your disclaimer.
They must not have. The disclaimer, don't get addicted to gambling.
All right, I'm going to make the executive decision because there's so much negativity after the Saints talk.
Yeah.
We need some winners, okay? We need some juice. We need some positivity in the room. And so when we come back, we'll get into some weekend winners right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyota.batonrouge.com. If you are buying new, if you are leasing, or if you are renting a vehicle, All-Star is the place to go. Now, obviously, if you're buying new, everything's going to be available, but the cool thing is they've got something for everyone. They've got multiple sedans, multiple hybrids, multiple midsize SUVs, multiple trucks. They got the full-size Sequoia, the minivan, the Sienna. They've got, let's see, the Tundra and Tacoma if you're looking for that truck. I mean, Highlander, 4Runner. I mean, we could go through it, but the point is they've got everything for everyone, and that's buying new, that's leasing, and that is renting. allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
All right, look, if you are currently in the market, trying to decide what kind of vehicle you're going to get, go to their website, allstartoyota.batonrouge.com, their homepage. You can look, everything they have in the lot, you can find on their website. You can type in what type of vehicle. You can type in what your budget is, any make, any model, whether it's new, whether it's used, whether it's a long-term lease. They got it for you, allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
1045 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier.
Take your spot, my If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
would you date me on the regular? Would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do.
Because. All right, welcome back in OTB. On this Monday morning, I want to remind you about our friends over at Boudreaux's and Boudreaux'Electrical.com. It is not too late to get that whole home generator. They have over 80 in stock right now, ready to go. They come in, they see where they're going to install it, they slab it, they install it. Quick process. Boudreaux'Electrical.com is the place to go. Find that contact information in the greater Baton Rouge area, on the North Shore as well. Again, Boudreaux'Electrical.com. I mean, the JT vibes have been great. So we're trying to help the vibe, right? Okay, LSU has a game that you're supposed to go out there and take care of business, which it was great to see them do that. We all remember the Nichols game last year where that did not happen, so it's good to see that did happen.
Did what you're supposed to do.
And, but there's no, there's no positives with the Saints.
No.
So at least Alondra's helping out the vibe today with some good music.
Yes, good job. We high schools got taken down too, didn't we?
Oh, what do you mean? Dunham and U High, you saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, they did. They
Yep.
did.
Yep. But Garrett Nussmeier had more air yards this year.
Hold on.
This week.
I just went completely blank where Tay went to Walker, right? Okay, how'd Walker do?
That's correct. They lost this Friday, but a close
Oh,
one.
oh my gosh. Alondra, how'd your high school do? We need a you don't know.
They probably lost. Let's just say they lost.
No idea.
Walker lost.
Why would I?
Walker lost to Central, who's the defending.
I think where I went to high school won, but who I root for right now, U-High Cubs, they went down. 28-14 to Catholic.
Tough.
How'd Tyler Lee do?
I don't know how Tyler Lee did. We need to check in. I'm sure they won.
Yeah.
Sure they won.
The Johnson Jaguars won
All right,
let's go. Let's go.
Alondra saving it.
against McAllen Memorial.
All right. Shout out.
Oh, they went down to the Valley.
What?
I'm kidding. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. I'm sure they're good. They're in Texas.
Probably.
High school football.
They're in the Valley.
Pretty good. Except Tyler Lee. They suck.
It's Tyler Legacy, bud. Get the name right.
Well, when you were there,
you come to my house, you get my wife's name right.
Oh, it got woked.
Oh, it got woked.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Christina.
Red Raiders?
Red Raiders. Yep.
Good weekend.
Yep.
Somebody
The original name got woked long ago.
Yeah.
Before the woke.
There's a San Antonio school that got woke too. Is Lee.
Some would even call the Red Raiders weekend winners.
That's what I was gonna call.
That's how winning is done.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole thing.
All right, weekend winner. Man, oh man, did I not see this coming. How about the Hoosiers?
Oh, baby.
Indiana.
Let's
Holy
go.
hell.
What are we doing?
Coach Signetti. Wow. Put some respect on my name, he said. God, did I have that one wrong. What an idiot I am. I was like, wait a minute. Illinois in favor by 6.5? Indiana is? Oh.
They should have been favored by 53.
Now, the only reason we didn't put it in the parlay is it felt real stinky that they were, but I'm like, still, in my mindset, I'm like, oh, Illinois for sure is going to cover that. Holy moly. Indiana
63-10.
beat the hell out of Illinois. I mean, beat them up.
If anybody wants to know if last year was a fluke,
No.
not under Kurt
so.
Signetti.
Like Signetti said, Google me then.
Google him.
If you want to know how successful he's been.
And then look, you lose Curtis Rourke from a year ago. It was great. Fernando Mendoza was 21 of 23 with 5 touchdowns.
So he was a stud last year at Cal. And so EJ, was working for the ACC network. And look, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I did a deep dive into Cal football last year, but EJ had to because he's working for the ACC network. And he kept telling me about this guy. I'm like, he's Cal's quarterback, and his name's not Jared Goff or Aaron Rodgers, okay?
Right.
I don't know anything about him. He's like, no. He's the next one. Turns out he was right.
He was right. So he was. I won't do it, but he was going to be one of my weekend Mendoza.
Go ahead and do it. Just add on to it. Little.
So
section
all right,
B.
Fine. That'll be my weekend winner is Fernando Mendoza, a guy that I had never heard of before this week. He joins C.J. Stroud as the only QB to throw for over 90% completion and 5 touchdowns versus a top 10 opponent in college football history. How about
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Yeah.
Even though Taylor's a big C.J. Stroud hater.
Yeah.
In the last weeks, now they played Indiana State and Illinois. The last 2 weeks, he's 40 of 43, 537, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And he only played the first half in one of those games. So total this season, almost 77% completion, almost 1,000 yards, 14 tuds, and still 0 interceptions. The guy's he has exploded onto being the top quarterback for this year's draft, exploded onto the Heisman watch list. And so after if you look at that top of the Heisman list, John Mateer, he was kind of at the top.
Yep.
Didn't look like that dude this past weekend. Looked pretty standard this past weekend against Auburn. So, man, watch out for Fernando Mendoza. Good Lord, that guy can play.
Man, you never want to be standard.
Yeah, he looks
That's
standard.
Rough.
Yeah, you don't want to be standard. All right.
That is a
So,
rough.
Fernando Mendoza, good for him. 6'5", too. People love that. 6'5", 225.
Yeah, he looks the part. He is the part, and Indiana is going to be a problem. Who's this year's Indiana? Turns out it's Indiana.
Yep, sure is.
Alondra, weekend winner.
Yeah, you said it earlier. I was going to make the Texas Tech Red
Absolutely.
Raiders a
Get your
weekend
guns
winner
up.
because, wreck them, get your tortillas out. Even though
Yeah.
it was at Utah, they get the road win. They are now 4-0, and we were talking about it preseason, and I said that I feel like Texas Tech is going to win the Big 12, and honestly, yesterday kind of I don't know how to say it, but like it kind of like confirmed my bias a little bit because so Baron Morton got hurt and he got out the game, and their backup Will Hammond comes in. He's a freshman and he went off too. Like he actually led the game in passing yards. Their running back Cameron Dickey is awesome too. Their defense looked really great. And I don't know, Texas Tech, that game was a really good game. Like Utah only scored 10, but their defense looked good as well.
Texas Tech,
good team, man.
Yeah.
Texas
really
Tech,
good team.
like to be more physical than Utah in Utah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
that's hard
that
to
was
do.
a statement win
For sure
from
was.
the Red Raiders,
Yep.
and they are really starting to get noticed. They're ranked 12 now, and yeah, so really good win for Texas Tech over the weekend. I'm going to give them a weekend winner for
It
that.
turns out that people do like money, and money does matter.
Wait, what?
It's the weirdest thing.
I like money.
Yep.
I have some. It's in a jar above my fridge. I'd like to add more to that jar,
Yeah.
and that's where you come in.
That's where you come in.
Yeah.
Oil people from Midland.
The oil people have money, Matt?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, a little bit.
They call it black gold, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Weekend winner for me, first off, the 11 a.m. slate this weekend was an absolute stinker, but TCU SMU kind of saved it. Horned Frogs pulled away at the end, 35-24. But my weekend winner is TCU wide receiver Eric McAlister.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch this game, you may not have seen how dominant he was. 8 catches, 254 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Horned Frogs. He was excellent. Averaged a very mediocre 31.8 yards per catch over the weekend. I'm not sure he got tackled in that game. I'll have to go back and look, but really solid job by him. Eric McAlister, name to watch.
All right, so this has actually brought the vibe up here after
This is
the
pretty
Saints
good. We
talk.
should
So
just
here's what
continue
we're
this.
going to do. Let's take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll each get another weekend winner. Before we take that break, I want to remind you about our friends over at Rouse's. You can go to rouses.com. You can, figure out which one is closest to you throughout here in the greater Baton Rouge area, and you can check out the deals and the savings they have at your local store. And also, every single Friday during the football season, Flynn and I are going to be out there having OTB on location at the Burbank location. And the cool thing is we've had somebody come, stop by, hang out with us, eat breakfast, chop it up during the break, whatever. You certainly can come hang out with us. And look, the breakfast bar, it's already going by the time we get there and we start this show. So come have breakfast with us on Fridays. Again, go to rouses.com. We're going to continue weekend winners when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Was out in the wild yesterday. Was driving right in the middle of Baton Rouge, right? And if you're wondering if they can help you in the city, they absolutely can. And I saw a red dumpster. I even pointed it out.
Yeah.
Said, hey,
Was it a roll-off?
It was. I said, hey, Katie, look over there. A little roll-off dumpster.
Red. I wonder what size it was. Could have been one of 3.
One of 3. I don't know, but they'll know. And they had a little project going on at their home. And you know what they did? They probably got in contact with Trash Rangers, said, hey, here's my project. Here's what I've got going on. Y'all are professionals. Y'all know. What size do I need? And they said, we got you.
We got you.
And even if you gave them bad information, they'll come, they'll empty it, and bring it back because they got you there as well. Trashrangers.com.
Yeah, residential, commercial, special projects, whether maybe it's sanitation, maybe it's a porta potty, maybe you have an event. They can literally handle anything, trash and waste, disposal, pickup. So if you got a business and you make a lot of trash and they need to pick up 6 times a week, fine. That's fine. They can pick up 1, they can pick 6, whatever it is. They can customize your project. Trashrangers.com.
Looking
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all.
Is it going? Is it going? I don't know. You're looking for.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB. We're going to keep the music up in the background. We're going to keep weekend winners going because you know what? We're not allowing the Saints to steal our sunshine.
Not gonna do it.
We ain't going to let it happen.
We're not going to let LSU versus Southeastern steal our sunshine.
Well, I was actually way more excited about that than Flynn was. Flynn just hates local schools.
I love local schools. Love LSU.
Southeastern hydrated?
They are very hydrated.
Okay, well.
I love those guys. And
not letting you do it.
Probably should have put some more disclaimers out there. I just want people to, play to their level. Pick on someone your own size type situation.
And guess what? You get that chance this week.
I can't wait.
Against Ole Miss.
Excited.
In Oxford.
I'll be excited.
Why don't you come with me? I'm going. I'll be there.
I don't know. I don't have a place to stay or parking pass.
Hey, I got a hotel room.
Yeah.
You can ride the team bus with me.
That's true.
Yeah. Pulls you right to the stadium. All right.
We're grown adults, so
we're going to keep weekend winners going for as long as we want, because why not? Somebody tagged me in this tweet, and I think it's very funny. There's two types of white running backs, cerebral thinkers like McCaffrey, and then just absolute crayon eaters like Scattaboo.
Yep.
Did you hear?
So true.
Absolutely.
I think it was
I was a crayon eater.
The Thursday press conference from Brian Daboll. He's being asked a question, and you hear a woo in the background.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry, guys. That was Scatterboo. Can you repeat the question? And then they're repeating the question. He does it again. It's like, guys, this is 24/7. I can't with this guy. He's like, he's a psycho.
Yes.
It's really funny.
Yes.
A psychopath.
Crayon eaters unite.
Yep.
All right, Matt. Sorry.
Chris Jones, defensive lineman, Kansas City Chiefs.
Hell State.
They played the Giants yesterday, and in a post-game interview, somebody asked him if he wanted to do a jersey swap with Russell Wilson, and he said, "Nah, I don't want it." Weekend winner, Chris Jones.
Why is that?
Nah, I don't want it.
I'm good.
Nah,
I'm good.
fam, I'm good.
Yeah, Danger Russ can keep that jersey and be limited because he's
Really,
very limited.
really made me laugh and smile at the
All right,
same
keeping
time.
the vibes up. I'll
Yeah.
give a weekend loser to Russell Wilson because Jackson Dart came in for a few plays to run the ball.
Yeah.
Crowd is cheering when he comes in. Wilson comes back on the field and they're standing up booing him all night last night.
Yeah, all hate aside and pettiness. So, hand in the air, very petty. Fine, whatever, own it. If it's going to be, you own it.
Yeah, if
but
you're Tom Petty,
kind of some
Tom Petty,
kind of some veteran for a guy that's been a good veteran player for a long time. Some uncharacteristic plays towards the end, like a fourth down in the end zone throw, hits the crossbar.
Yeah,
some bad
intentional
stuff.
grounding.
Some bad, just optics.
Like the
I
play
don't think
before.
overall playing that bad, but some of the optics things that he's done, it's just ugh.
Yeah, it's time.
It's
Just
polarizing.
let Jackson Dart go out there and spin it.
But, yeah, Chris Jones, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't want a jersey.
Alondra, you got one more here?
Yeah, Marcus Mariota and the Commanders. They were the underdogs going into that game, and he's the backup for Jaden Daniels, obviously, and they go in and they get the win as the underdog. So shout out to him getting it done.
Absolutely. They got it done, and they got it kind of done in a big way there. It's a big win. When you don't have your quarterback and you can win a game like that and keep that confidence going, they also had a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah. Some good backup QB performances.
Yeah, hey, maybe we talk about them because you know what? The vibes are going to be high because the Saints, you're not bringing us down today. Some more weekend winners when we come back, OTB.
Off the bench.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, Ice Cubes.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, September 22nd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 89. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll continue our weekend winners at 9 a.m. Then 9:15, Devin Snow joins the show. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Goal!
Live from downtown Baton Rouge, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Jake Flynn, Alondra Tate here with you for another hour. We got Devin Snow joining us in about 15 minutes from now. We're going to keep the good vibes going. We're going to talk about some of the other big wins, some weekend winners, maybe even some more losers here as we lead into Dev. I do want to give a shout out to Vandy. Vandy wins 70-21 over Georgia State. Why does that matter? Georgia State beat Vanderbilt last year. This is Vanderbilt showing that, hey, you know what? We can actually go and take care of business now. Because last year they were good, but now they're doing things they are supposed to do. Where last year it's like they would have a game like that, and then they go beat Alabama, then they have a bad game, then they go almost beat Texas.
Right.
So big win for Clark Lee and Vandy. And that game looks completely different for your LSU Tigers here coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, like looking at LSU's schedule for the rest of the season. Who do we think like the biggest hurdle is? Who do we think the best team, as of right now, where we sit in this chair today, who do we think the best team that LSU is going to face the rest of the season? I know, we have the benefit of not having to think of like 1 week at a time. We can think of the whole thing. We don't have to go 1-0 this week. We can think of every single game. So, like, what do y'all think?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, last game of the year.
Oklahoma?
That was kind of the
At Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think after this past weekend, I'm not as high on Oklahoma. Maybe they just played a little bit of a stinker of a game.
But they got a.
It wasn't very. Auburn, yeah, you're
Auburn's
right.
better.
To be fair-
Auburn's way better than people thought.
To be fair, I didn't watch that
Yeah.
game, so I don't know what they looked like against
Sure.
Auburn. I do know that they won, but I don't know how resounding of a win it was or anything like that. And like you said, Auburn does look better than all of us thought they were going to look. But Oklahoma's just so physical.
They
and
are.
playing
they have a really good
they're-
defense.
Yeah, they're playing really well
Defensive
on
line's
both sides of
really
the ball. Yeah.
You watched that game, right, Matt?
Yeah.
I kind of thought Auburn should have won that game
They
at
should-
times.
yeah.
Like I
Well, they
thought
had
Auburn should have won
the
the
call
game,
where they
There's
had
moment.
which was
the
awful.
fake player. Well, the fake player going to the sideline,
which
that's
is
supposed to
illegal.
be
Which is
illegal to do.
That gave Oklahoma a touchdown. Then the obvious catch fumble, I thought it was obvious. They returned that for a touchdown, gets overturned. Oklahoma goes and kicks a field goal on that drive. So that's 10 points for Oklahoma.
Yep.
You took away 7 for Auburn. Like
Yep.
I kind of thought Auburn should have won that game.
Auburn should have won the game. It could have gone either way, but those were 2 blown calls.
Yes.
Like the trick play, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Obvious
and the SEC
fumble.
office, which almost makes me more mad when somebody comes back. It's like, yeah, we screwed that up. Okay, what can we do about it? Nothing. Gotcha.
Got it.
And they came out and they're like, yeah, that should not have been allowed.
Right.
How about you just, I don't know, we have this technology like, hey, guys, you can't do that, so throw a flag.
Right.
Yeah,
Can't
right.
do it.
If you
like
could
clear and
review a
obvious
play-
situation like that on a like you can like I know you can't review penalties. You don't want to get a situation where you're reviewing pass interference like the NFL try to do and reviewing different things like that. But like on a clear break of a rule, procedural thing,
Instead
like
of having
an
to come
illegal
back,
play, there should be something that's like a clear and obvious something like that. And then the fumble, like it was so clear and obvious that it was a fumble. Like most times head coaches are pretty mum during a game. They did a live interview of Hugh Freeze during the game. He was like, yeah, that was clearly a fumble. That should have been a touchdown for us. Like usually the coaches are going to like downplay it a little bit. But
yeah, and the catch that wasn't really a catch. If Breon Brown's catch against Clemson's not a catch, that sure as hell was not a catch.
Right.
Well, and then, okay, you were saying like that's a clear fumble. I agree. Why was Bauer Sharp taking 1 step against Clemson, ruled a fumble?
Yep.
This guy here takes 3 and cuts up field, and it's not a fumble.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a judgment call.
It is a judgment call, and it shouldn't be. Like if you take, why is 1 step and a strip a fumble, and 2 steps and then a drop? I don't know. But anyway, I think we got to that by saying Oklahoma's pretty, I think they looked a little flappable. John Mateer didn't look, he looked fine, looked good, but he didn't look like the guy that can destroy somebody single-handedly.
So, like, that's the question I'm starting to ask myself. I'm looking at, that hurt. That hurt you. That hurt your thigh there, Bo. And then those short shorts you got on, too. There was nothing to protect them.
Well, see, I got your old chair over here.
Oh, they upgraded me and gave you the old chair?
Matt got the hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
I cannot believe how much of a big deal a chair is here in this building.
People love them.
That has been an issue for years, and
Yeah.
I do not understand it.
It has been.
We got a new one over there. There was a new one here last week with like a little arm thing, which was pretty good, pretty decent. Still.
No. Michelle bought 3 different chairs.
Yeah.
For everybody to try out to see which one they liked best.
Oh, how's that one?
It's pretty good.
That's
Pretty
the
good.
one that
Does it
won.
go down?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Does it go down?
Not too bad. Not too bad. But I can't sit for 3 hours. I got to stand up every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I really honestly think we should just make every host stand for 3 hours.
I couldn't do it.
Be a good exercise. What do you think? You just sat down for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I would be down to stand if I could like not be hunched over the entire time here.
True.
Like if this could lift up a little more.
Yeah. So true.
So
I guess going back to the exercise.
Well, the
though.
question that we were asking was for me at least, of the quarterbacks that you face off against, which one do we think
just the
could
teams
maybe
in general.
Well, yeah, for me, but I wanted to look at it from that aspect of it. Okay, which one do you think could face LSU's defense and get his team in the right play and continue to make plays, because you're kind of playing a lot of dual threat quarterbacks coming up. Really, until you get to Alabama, you're facing some dual threat guys. Okay, so is Alabama going in with Ty Simpson? He's looked really good, been highly efficient. Is that the guy that maybe you change up a little bit of your game plan? Because then you go right back into dual threat against Arkansas and Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about true dual threat guys that can do it multiple ways. Now those guys aren't the same. Right? Texas A&M is going to have different Q runs than Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt will have some design Q runs, but really their running game from Diego Pavia comes from improvising and a play breaking down. So it's a little bit different there, but I actually think LSU's defense right now has shown that they can play well against dual threat quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through the schedule, and we're about to get into the meat. We got Ole Miss, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Alabama. So, like, you're about to go through a slew of really good quarterback play. I think from top to bottom, the best team that we're going to face that I've seen so far, that I've watched so far, is Texas A&M right now. They're sitting at 9, but we do get the benefit of them coming to our house. Now, Marcel Reese has to prove to me that he's still grown as a pocket passer enough, because the confusion that LSU and Blake Baker is going to create for him might give him some serious issues. Now, he can create with his legs, but with this defense, the way we fly around, how we're using Harold Perkins and that beautiful star mindset, I'm not like that worried about that aspect. A&M might have a problem when they come into Death Valley because of that confusion.
Yeah.
How far has Marcel come? Like, I know he's playing really well, and he made some big plays, and he made the plays with his arm to beat a good Notre Dame football team. So that creates.
But he's only completing 58% of his passes, which now in college football, it's really low.
Yeah, we think that, like, LSU's, unless you are a very seasoned pocket passer that understands how to read sideline to sideline, understands the weaknesses and strengths of defenses and what they're trying to do, and you have receivers that have a high football IQ, LSU's defense is going to put your head in a blender.
Yeah.
They're just going, but they make themselves vulnerable, but they understand their vulnerabilities. Yeah. They get that.
Right, yeah.
And they're okay with that, because they're saying, I can create chaos with guys that are flying around and giving 100% effort and trying to bite kneecaps to get to the quarterback. And I understand that somebody might be open for a split second at least.
Yeah.
But I think I can get to your guy, create that. So for the majority of the time, he might get lucky every now and then, but for the majority of the time, we're going to get you before you get us.
What about this coming weekend? Like, Trinidad Chambliss has looked a lot better than Austin Simmons, in my opinion.
Yeah, he
don't
has.
have a ton of film on him. You got about a game and a half.
I mean, you got a lot of film, just not at Ole Miss. I mean, he played at Ferris State. Like, he played like a ton of football.
Yeah.
Division II. But like, it's pretty impressive, like what he's been able to do.
And then, I mean,
so you got to go back and you got to watch some of that.
You got Caden Lee. Harrison Wallace has stepped up. Like, Kawan Lacey's a pretty good running back. Like, it might be this weekend. Going on the road, first road SEC game.
I mean, look, this weekend counts for sure
for
what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
and you got one of the better play callers in the country.
Oh, dude, what a great clip of Lane Kiffin this past weekend. Did y'all see it? They have the basketball goal. Yeah, and so they slam dunk and they do all that. Well, the guy's I don't know if it was a defender that got an interception. I don't know what like the rules are for the basketball goal when you get to dunk it. I don't know if it's every touchdown or if it's like a turnover chain situation. But he comes over there, parts the Red Sea, gets in between all the guys and calls for the ball and gives them a bounce off the ground alley-oop situation. Good for him. Way to be aware, Lane. Way to be a player's coach. I think we all like Lane Kiffin. Not this week, of course.
I do like that.
But it was a good clip of the head coach during the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Going over there, understanding that his guy was about to slam dunk the funk. And he gave him a little alley-oop.
Yeah, look, in Weiss and Kiffin, they're gonna have a tough assignment. Blake Baker is too, though, right? I mean, I think he understands.
Oh, here we go. There's the clip. Oh, and the guy
in
did
the
a little 360 with a helmet on his shoulder pads. Underrated athleticism right there. Look out for that guy this weekend.
There's probably a lot of guys like it. I like how he's like, no. Give me the basketball.
They practiced that. How many fans are in the stands?
Well, they had already left. The Green Wave had already been defeated, basically, at that point. But a very impressive win, though, by Ole Miss. That's a good Tulane football team that had beaten Northwestern, that had beaten Duke. Those teams aren't world beaters, but Tulane beat them soundly.
Yep.
And so it's a nice win by Ole Miss. They come in with a lot of momentum, but so do you. No matter what Flynn wants to tell you, you got some momentum over the weekend from beating Southeastern. And hopefully you can have your full arsenal with Wes Weeks, hopefully coming back. Trades Green, who went through warm-ups in this game and did not play. That's a great sign. And I talked about it on the broadcast, Matt. It's like when, in the NFL, like if you were very, very close to coming back, but maybe they're like, hey, let's give it one more week, they would put you through a simulated game before the game. Like you still were going to get your work in. You just weren't ready to maybe go full 60 minutes. And so that's what they did with Trades Green this weekend. So all signs point to him being available.
Yeah, let me tell you, when you're injured, like the week is worse than if you're
terrible.
playing. It's like all conditioning, and It's on the treadmill. It's running. It's doing the arm bicycle. If you have a lower, it's doing stuff. They put you through the ringer. So it's not a conditioning problem. When you're out for a couple of weeks or whatever it is, like you're probably in better shape when you come back. But we were just talking about, bring this up briefly. The Tulane I know was very hopeful going into this game. A good team. The schedule kind of lined up. Well, the team that kind of jumped ahead of you in that whole group of 5 talk, Memphis.
Yeah.
With a big win against Arkansas. Take like the bull by the horns for getting that playoff spot in the group of 5. So I know Memphis and Tulane will match up a little bit later in the season.
Yeah.
But that was one of my kind of
weekend
my
winners?
deep dive weekend winners was Memphis. With a
Does any
big
athletic
SEC win.
program know how to blow a lead like the Arkansas Razorbacks and lose in dramatic fashion?
2 in a row, man.
John Gruden coming?
Any sport. Baseball as well.
True.
Arkansas loves to blow a lead and lose in a bad way. They really do. It's just, it is.
Suey.
It is something that is almost an absolutes.
Good for them, though. At least they're good enough to take leads. Not bad.
Yeah, that means nothing.
I think the Saints would take a blown lead every now and then.
They would.
What?
Fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. If you are buying new, if you are leasing, or you're renting, every single vehicle is always available to you. I currently lease the Highlander. Love it, right? It's been with me for 3 years now. I've had this Highlander. It's perfect for me. It's perfect for the family, but they've got options for you if you're looking for something different. If you want the full-size SUV, the Sequoia, if you're looking for a truck, Tundra, Tacoma, if you're looking for a sedan, if you're looking for a hybrid, if you're looking for a minivan, you want the murdered out mini Sienna, you can get that as well. Check it out all online, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
It's obviously it's tailgate season. It's football season. And if you've never been to the Grove and you're looking to get up there for the game and do a little tailgate, and maybe you don't want to put the miles on your current car and you want to get a rental, they have per day rental prices there that are as good or better than those big box rental places over at the airport. So go check them out today. See any car on the lot that you can rent. Go see their per day pricing. All-Star Toyota at BatonRouge.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Tell me how they got that pretty little face on that pretty little frame, girl. But let me show
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5. Real quick.
I wish we had the buttons right now.
I want to tell you about Campus Federal. CampusFederal.org is the website. A checking account for everyone. Open an account today. You've got different ones to choose from. The Lanyap Light checking. You got the Lanyap checking. You got the Young Adult checking. Campus Classic checking. Find out which checking account is right for you. They've got locations in Shreveport, in Baton Rouge, in New Orleans, really throughout the state of Louisiana. They are helping you out. Open that checking account today. CampusFederal.org. All right, so we had to push Dev back about 10, 15 minutes because we now know the permanent opponent for each SEC team. And this was by Chris Lowe, who moved from ESPN to On3. So typically if CeeLo has something in the SEC, it's in absolutes. And we were going to maybe find out tomorrow. The SEC's got the big reveal show. But Chris Lowe, again, on top of everything SEC, has leaked the opponents for every team. And so for your LSU Tigers, Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Yeah, thank you, Alondra. Well done. There might be some people that are excited by this. There might be some people that are like, oh my gosh, thank goodness we don't have team A, B, or C. That's not going to be my stance. I don't think it's going to be Matt's stance either. I hate that you're not going to play Florida every year. You've played them every year since 1971. It's really become a rivalry that when you go into Tiger Stadium and that team is in Tiger Stadium, I see more excitement from LSU fans. I see more hatred towards your opponent from LSU fans during that game. I wish you had some other teams. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really surprised that the SEC is not going to have the cash cow that is Alabama and LSU every single year. Now, with the schedule rotation, you'll see these teams more often. It's not going to be like a decade before, actually a decade plus, between trips like to Lexington for LSU, for instance. It was what, 2007, and you didn't play them again until, what, 2021 in Lexington, right? So there's not going to be that gap anymore, which I do like that part of it. But Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M, the three permanent opponents. And they are going to, remember, in this new 9-team league schedule, each school will have 3 annual opponents that will be reevaluated every 4 years, and 6 rotational opponents, meaning each school will play every other SEC school at least once every 2 years, and every opponent home and away in a 4-year span. And remember, Herb Vincent joined us when this broke, that's how they were going to do it, the reevaluation process. But at least for the next 4 years, starting next year, for LSU, it's Arkansas, it's Ole Miss, and it's Texas A&M.
I was reading that when we passed the link to ourselves here over the break. I read it, and I immediately, my blood started boiling. What a letdown of a every year opponent, because whether they are or not, the team that you play every single year becomes a rival, whether it is a traditional rival, whatever it is, Golden Boot, whatever. Nobody cares about that ever except for Arkansas. And I get it. There's going to be more SEC games. So you are going to play more teams every single year. So you might play a couple more. You still might play Florida a little bit. You still might play Alabama a little bit. I'm sure we will. But how dare you take away LSU Florida game, who's been a common opponent every single year, one of the most beautiful weeks of the year during the season because we hate each other. It's a beautiful rivalry.
Yep.
It's a game that brings juice to the fan base, both fan bases. It brings juice to college football. It's something that's a great lead up. And how dare you take the LSU Alabama game away for the same reasons? Now, I don't think there's quite as much hatred. Are you talking about a money bell cow for both cities, for the SEC, for college football? Like, I get it. You had to make a decision on 3, and you want to do things like try to make everything as equal as possible and geographically wise and all these different things. But you can't take both of those games away.
Right.
If you're going to take one, leave the other. You can't take both of them. Okay, I get Ole Miss, traditional rival. I get maybe an argument for A&M from a geographical standpoint. And they've played for a long time and blah, blah, blah. Arkansas, nobody. Please don't let there be one LSU fan that is happy about that one.
Yeah. Arkansas fans are probably happy. But for LSU fans, like, does Arkansas do anything for anybody? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Hogs. That's just what it is.
I just don't see how an LSU fan can look at that and be excited about it.
Daniel Basham said, first Saints talking, now this?
Wow. What is it?
I'm with you. God, we were trying, like, we were doing a good job of keeping the vibes up. And then this breaks. Yeah, I mean,
3 common
and again, I realize that there's going to be people that do shows here in this studio that are championing this, and they're going to be excited. They can have that opinion. That's great. But we talked about this whenever the news broke that this was going to change. It's like, okay, yeah, but like these games don't create any emotion. Like, I mean, Ole Miss traditional rival, sure. Like A&M and LSU's been forced upon us as much as anything that the league's done over the last decade plus. And again, just the Arkansas, it means a lot to them, but does it mean a lot to any LSU fan?
No.
I don't think it does. Now, maybe my meathead brain, when I said Florida, Auburn, and Alabama, maybe that doesn't work, okay? But that creates way more emotion for me than it does for any of these 3 games.
Yeah, and not trying to, like, get on a soapbox and, like, you know, when we did that before a couple weeks ago, when this whole 3 common opponents, like we talked, just like you said, we want the best, we want the biggest, the baddest, the best, the thing that brings the juice to the fan base, the thing that pumps the players up, the reason why you come and sign on a dotted line as a recruit out of high school, a recruit coming from California at some other school that wants to come play. And these, like, the big games are what you come for.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the big games are going to be eliminated, but when you talk about your common 3 opponents every single year, you are, by the scheduling, creating rivalries.
Yeah.
So why try to build something like Arkansas? Okay, if you want to put Arkansas in there because you got to even everybody out. You don't want LSU to have 3 top dogs. Fine. Make room for Alabama or Florida somewhere in that list.
Yeah.
Throw the fan base some sort of bone. Yeah. Okay, Ole Miss is a rival going back into the 50s or whenever it goes back to. I don't know. But the game doesn't bring as much juice. Like the game last year was electric, but I'm talking about just the build-up to everything.
Yeah,
it's not the same. So how dare you take Florida away from us? I don't think I'll ever forgive them for that. And I guess it's a caveat. Well, don't be too pissed because in 4 years we're going to reevaluate. What are you going to reevaluate? You just evaluate. You're going to reevaluate based on who's good at the time. Is that why Tennessee got Vanderbilt? Yeah, who'd they get?
They got Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Alabama.
Yeah, they got Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Yeah, 4 years. Is Vanderbilt going to be back to where they were? No, that's the reevaluation process. I don't know.
So real quick here, we'll go over it, and throughout, obviously, the next couple of days we'll talk about it. But for Alabama, it's Auburn, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. For Arkansas, it's Missouri, Texas, and LSU. For Auburn, it's Georgia, Alabama, and Vanderbilt. Oh, can't have that Vanderbilt-Auburn game go away. For Florida, it's Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky. For Georgia, it is Auburn, Florida, South Carolina. For Kentucky, it's South Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida. For LSU, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. For Mississippi State, it's Ole Miss, Alabama, and Vanderbilt. For Missouri, it's Arkansas, Texas A&M, Oklahoma. For Oklahoma, it's Texas, Ole Miss, Missouri. For Ole Miss, it's Mississippi State, LSU, and Oklahoma. For South Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky, and Florida. For Tennessee, Alabama, Vanderbilt, and Kentucky. For Texas, Texas A&M, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. For Texas A&M, Texas, LSU, and Missouri. For Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Mississippi State, and Auburn. That is your 3 permanent opponents for the next 4 seasons starting next season.
Boo.
Alabama, Mississippi State. Yeah, I can't go without that one. All right, let's put us in a bad mood. We've done everything we could to bring the vibes up. It's okay. Let's see.
I wasn't even pissed about the Saints stuff or anything. I'm pissed about this.
Yeah, not very happy. Let's see if Dev can help us out. When we come back, our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mail, will join us right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com. That is a website for Russell Pool Company. The great thing about their website, right there on the homepage, I mean, you're going to see there is no pools that look the same because it's custom. It is your dream pool. It's not mine. It's not Matt's. It's not Alondra. It's not Tate. It's your dream pool. And whatever you're dreaming up, they can get done in your space. And you'll see even with the different ones that we're showing, we're talking about different shapes, different accessories, different features for all of these pools. Now, if you're looking for something simplistic, well, obviously they can do that as well. It is your dream. It is your pool, and it's going to get done by Russell Pool Company.
Yeah, and they are completely turnkey. What does that mean? They got a landscape architect. They got designers. They can take your dream to reality. So if you want water features, you want fire features, you want a grotto, whatever it is. Can I get a hot tub? Somebody, let's go. They can do whatever you need. So give them a call. Take your dream to reality. RussellPools.com.
When it comes to pipe fabrication, time is money. And at River Parish Contractors, we make every second count. Our 36,000 square foot shop is ready to take on your projects right now. With experienced welders, precise fittings, and fast turnarounds you can trust. Whether it's a single custom spool or a full-scale run, we have the capacity and the skill to keep your job on schedule. Call us or visit rpcontractors.com for your quote. That's rpcontractors.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Hey girl, is he everything you wanted in a man? You know I gave you the world. You had me in the palm of your hand. So why your love went away?
All right, welcome back in OTB. It is now time for our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. I don't even want to know the phone calls that this man received at spread quarters yesterday. Dev, what's going on, brother? How we doing? How we living?
At least we alive. I guess that's the positive. It's like when your parents tell you growing up, life's going to be a reality check, and you kind of just stay hopeful that it won't be tough. And then you see it, and it's like bills, taxes.
Yeah.
Got to buy a new washing machine. My cholesterol's high. All this dumb stuff. And, when they had the Saints ranked dead last going into the season, it was like, what, plus 4,000 or whatever to make the playoff, worst team in the division, worst team in the conference. And I'm just sitting there, I kept thinking, I'm like, maybe they could just be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's
or
football,
maybe not.
Yeah. But then you're 0-2, and you're playing in Seattle, the home of Starbucks, and you see a team go up 28, 35 points faster than a barista could make a espresso macchiato. It was the pain that everybody predicted.
Yeah.
And it's just you hate to see it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, to see it play out in real time in front of TV is nothing short of breathtaking. Yesterday was breathtaking. And I ain't talking about we had chimes and I just saw a 10 walk through. It's not
right.
No, this was like, give me all your breath and go make some new breath. Find some new breath. We're going to take your breath, put it in a bag, and you're going to watch this whooping and deal with it. And the Saints checked a big bag of, I don't know, reality onto the plane, going home or to Buffalo or wherever they go. And they need to go to Montana, go sit on a mountain and just, think about how embarrassing that was. To players, fans, coaches, the Gulf Coast, it was absolutely embarrassing.
I think that's why it was so embarrassing and bad, because at least we all knew the limitations, but at least the first 2 weeks you could look at it and be like, all right, not bad. And we were in it. They made some mistakes, but the way they came out on this game, I guess you kind of answered it, but my question for you was, like, as a Saints fan, would you rather lose like in a blowout like this or lose like a heartbreaking close game?
Well, I mean, all you got to do is look at how people were feeling the first 2 weeks after losing.
Yeah.
I mean, there were still losses, but, people were somewhat optimistic. They, you got the people even like on the big TV talking about, hey, watch out, these Saints are going to be scrappy, Only thing scrappy about the Saints yesterday was that they didn't want no problems. Little scrappy. That was about it. They didn't want nothing to do with that game, dude.
Mm-hmm. You're right about the first 2 weeks, Deb. It's like, okay, you lost the game, but we can point to individual plays that get you maybe a win in those games. And you were efficient, and you didn't do a lot of things to like lose a game, right? You just didn't make the play to go win a game, which is still troublesome, but it's not the same situation that we saw in Seattle yesterday. I mean, you got punched in the face, and you never got back up off the mat. And you allowed a 95-yard punt return touchdown. Like, that should be impossible. Like, he shouldn't even catch that. But like he said after the game, like, he's got the green light to be able to go and make that play, and he certainly did. And then you get a punt blocked, and it's just, man, it never got in sync. And you never really allowed it to, because when you get down like that, like offensively, then you just have to go 2-minute offense the entire game. And the thing for me, the biggest thing is when you got punched, you never really got back up.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, dude, how did you go down 21-0 in the first 9 minutes? Well, I could tell you how. I don't know what a record is for penalties and amount of minutes or nothing like that. Dude, 6 penalties in the first 9 minutes. 6.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I mean, so many penalties. Like, beginning of the fourth quarter, they had 11. You know, it was the Brian Brzee personal foul on third and the headbutt, right?
Yep.
You have to know whether hey, they call this on everybody or they don't, whatever. You got to know that we already got a problem with penalties. Just don't do the headbutt. Don't twist some dude's nipple. Don't do none of it, right? Because they're gonna call it. And what happens the next play? The Seahawks score.
The mistakes that they're making to me are so, or at least the mistakes they made yesterday, so elementary. You talking about bad formations, you talk pre-snap penalties. At some point, you got to get past like the preseason game mentality and clean up the BS. And these guys are professional football players, so they shouldn't need motivation from coaches, other players. But at some point on any team sport, like somebody's got to step up and say enough is enough. And we were trying to talk earlier in the show, like I don't know if that's any of the offensive coach's personality, but somebody has got to step up and be an a-hole, right? And say enough is enough. But we're trying to figure out who's got that personality. I think Rattler has it a little bit. I just don't know if he's got the notches on his belt to be able to do that. So who do you think, is there anybody out there that can step up?
Yeah, I don't think that there's veterans that are stepping up and showing fire. I mean, I'm just going off of yesterday, right? I mean, what veterans stepped up and showed the fire? So, you know, none of them. I mean, I don't mean to call it in. What did Cam Jordan do yesterday? I mean, dude, it was over in 9 minutes. It was over in 9 minutes. What can you do? You know, who in the NFL, I've never played in the NFL, right? But, like, who in the NFL would expect the game to be over in 9 minutes? I mean,
well, you allowed it to be over 9 minutes, to be fair.
Right. I mean,
like, dude, you think about like the way a game plays out, and I've been in this situation. Matt's been in it. I mean, it doesn't matter what level of football you've played in. You've been in this situation. Like Alvin Kamara, like in that first series you have, and Spencer Rattler like avoids the rush and throws it down there, and AK kind of got stuck in. Do I, is the ball going to get here? Do I turn and run? Do I backpedal, which you should never do? But he does. He backpedals, and the ball hits the ground. Like it's like, okay, well, what if you complete that pass? Well, then you're going to score points, right? You're going to be in the red zone. You're going to have a great opportunity. And then like one play like that for this Saints team, they do not have room for error. So when you miss a play like that and it spirals on you right now, you can't stop the bleeding. You're not good enough to stop the bleeding. And unfortunately, that's just where the Saints are.
Yeah, and then it's just the corners, the
whole DBs play bad.
Dude, there was one play, the rookie Horton, where he went, Colorado, I think.
Colorado State.
Okay, yeah. And so he was running down the field, three players are on him. Not one of the guys jumps, does anything at all, other than just let him catch the ball with 3 guys on him.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude. This is crazy. Like, what did you see in Kool-Aid McAlister at Alabama? Because, I mean, we all remember this guy. What did you see to signal that this guy is a lockdown corner? I didn't see it at Alabama.
I mean, Kool-Aid was more like Crystal Light yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so many avenues you could bring up where the Saints have went wrong. The draft's one of them. You keep passing on, like, dude, I watched this guy at Buka for Tampa Bay, who was the 19th pick.
Mecca Buka, yeah.
You think we couldn't use a Mecca Buka?
That dude's so good.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I mean, dude, it's just so many guys.
Yeah, they keep passing. It's just a positive note, though, we got the Bills this week. 16.5-point dogs.
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited about that hook? And do you think 16.5 is too high or too low?
Too low. I figured it'd be 27.5. You know? What are the Saints doing right now? Are they coming back home and then going to Buffalo? Like, dude, just don't even come back home, bro. Like, go straight to Buffalo and adapt. You know, these are the type of games too, man. It's just like, I know it's the NFL. I know you never know, I guess, but man, you got to know what's about to happen here, dude. It's about to be a throttling, man. Like, Seattle kind of took it easy in the second half, right? I mean, you saw Milroe in the game and stuff, you know? But this is about to get real, real ugly, man. And when do y'all think that the Saints could win a game? I mean, you're about to play Buffalo. You know, maybe somehow you could pull out a win against the Giants. I don't know. I mean, I watched that game last night. Russell Wilson, he must have been in Pensacola because that guy he threw the ball to the tunnel, the cotton candy man, and the field goal post when they had a chance to actually, you know, maybe score, make a stop, and then potentially win the game.
Yeah, that's going to be an ass-off, Dev, when the Saints and Giants play each other.
So I don't know, man. I don't know when the Saints are going to win. I don't think it really matters at this point. I think we can finally see, you know, you hear about it, and then you finally get to see it. And it's like, okay, well, we definitely see where we at for sure.
They just need to clean up the elementary mistakes. If they clean it up, then it'll look a little bit more like the first 2 weeks. We're like, all right, we didn't win, but like at least it looked respectable. Stop having 11 penalties in a game. Stop getting punts blocked and 95-yard punt returns.
Yeah, you remember Sean Payton, you know, in the beginning of most of the seasons with Sean Payton, the penalties were an issue the first couple games, right? And then they would clean them up. I don't know, man. I don't know when these guys are going to clean up these penalties. You know what I'm saying? And like Jake said, you don't have the fortune to be able to like win with this stuff.
Yeah.
These things cannot be that. You know, if anything, you could be mid and be disciplined, right? And you might have a chance. Yeah. But you can't be mid and undisciplined.
Dev, sorry we had to bring you down here on this Monday, man. At least maybe you have some RB&R situation planned out, or maybe you find your way, and we know you're not big into planning it. Maybe that helps you out on this Monday, because the Saints, they're not going to help us, and I don't think they're going to help us all year long. So hopefully on these Mondays you can find some really good spots maybe you've never been to for RB&R Day.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. By the way, went 0-4 yesterday on NFL.
Tight,
okay.
Tight.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sure if I go try to turn my key on my truck right now, the battery's dead. You know.
You probably miss putting the garbage out today too, like one of those type of days, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's just how it is. But hey, man, at least we got at least we got LSU first of all.
Yeah.
Big game for them, and then I guess I could start saying things like, at least we got the Pelicans to look forward to.
Let's don't do that just yet, Dev. Let's don't do that just yet. We'll have to see. But I mean, they can't be worse than the Saints.
No, it just doesn't get worse than this, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So sorry, Dev. Well, we appreciate you, sir, and I hope that you find some good red beans and rice.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Y'all take care.
All right, there he is, our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. Down bad like the rest of us after having to watch the New Orleans Saints play tackle football. All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. They had the billboard contest, so hopefully you got your submission in there, and hopefully you'll have a chance to see your design on a billboard here in town. But if you're always, kind of curious what they're doing in the local communities, at Get Gordon is always going to be that handle on all major social media, because, they're throughout the state of Louisiana. They've got things going on throughout the state of Louisiana. And again, it is your area code, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done. We'll wrap it up here. OTB will ask the bench when we come back. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, Geaux, Tommies with a Y.com.
Ooh,
Tommy's
Tommy.
Windows, Doors, and Siding, where you'll clearly see the difference. They are award-winning Angie Super Service Award every year since 2016. Best windows in Baton Rouge this year in the Advocate. That went to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Tommy and the team. And have them come out to your project. See what they can do for you. Remember, they can customize your job, whatever you're looking for. GoTommies.com.
if you got a project, if you're starting one, it's a little renovation, maybe you're adding on to your house, maybe you're building a new house from scratch, whatever it is. If it's anything to do with windows, sidings, and doors, give them a call. We know in that whole process you are going to probably get a couple prices, talk to a couple different people. Make sure that Tommy's is one of those so you can see exactly how they work. You can see their quality, how they work with integrity. They're dependable, they're professional. Most importantly, when you have a project and your walls are ripped open, you want them to be efficient. So go check them out today. Give them a call or go visit them. GoTommys.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yeah.
Yup.
I think it's special what's behind your back. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack.
Welcome back in, OTB. Well done, Blake. Well done. I want to remind you about K2Z, KTOZblinds.com. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, been doing it since 2004. When you go to the website, you can find the contact information top right corner in Baton Rouge and Lafayette on the North Shore. They are here throughout Louisiana to help you. No matter where you're listening to us in Louisiana, give one of those numbers a call, and they are going to be able to help you. Interior, outdoor living, and sometimes, like me, it ends up being both. KTOZblinds.com. Ask the bench, what's a surefire way to get the vibes back up? Probably not talk about the Saints. Probably not talk about the 3 poo opponents that we just got for LSU. And I'm not talking about poo like they're bad football teams. I'm just talking about like no Alabama, no Florida, no Auburn.
Vibes were pretty high during weekend winners. That was exciting.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go around the country a little bit more.
You talk about the Falcons losing 30-0.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah, to the Panthers. Memphis came in. He's like, Dad, Panthers are winning. I said, yeah. And he goes, no, they're winning like by a lot. He's a Panthers fan. I was like, yeah. I was like, it can't happen. You put one more of those together, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. There's not a lot to the Panthers.
My vibes weren't really up then because I'm holding a lot of pretty good Michael Penix.
I got some
cards.
Bryce. You got some Bryce, though.
I got some Bryce, too, but he didn't really do anything.
Actually, your biggest card is.
He really didn't do
your
anything.
Your biggest card is a Bryce.
That's true.
That you have.
True.
So, see, I'm helping you out right now. Ask the bench, can you believe the worst day of the week is tomorrow? I know.
Oh, God. Now you're going to bring that up? Now you're going to put
Gross. Tuesday.
Tuesday, you stink. Last Tuesday, we had better vibes.
Oh, we did.
We don't
Sure,
have to
we're
talk.
like, that Tuesday didn't suck.
We don't have to talk Saints tomorrow.
I know.
We had to today.
I know. Yes, it is hard to be a basketball fan around here right now. That is very true.
Basketball?
Not for me.
Who's playing basketball?
Go Spurs, go. Building a dynasty out there.
Are we talking basketball right now?
Well, Dev said the Pelicans, and then so, like, the Pelicans, bad. LSU was bad last year. We'll see if the Tigers can right the ship. I have no faith in the Pelicans because they're run by the same people. So, I was a Knicks fan for a long time and let Danny and T-Bob talk me into following the Pels. That didn't turn out to be a great decision.
Yeah, because now the Knicks are good.
Yeah.
Hey, Taylor, are you petty when it comes to your non-Cowboy fandom now? Are you excited that they lost?
I'm not excited or happy. I mean, or sad.
Come
I'm
on,
just,
show some emotion.
I'm sad what the franchise has become. Yeah, I mean that's exactly kind of the reason I moved on. Like it's the Chicago Bears, and you got blown out.
But usually after a breakup, you want the worst for that person that you broke up with, right?
I don't want the worst for them. It's not the player's fault. It's Dak's fault a little, but it's not the player's fault. It's Jerry Jones's fault.
I always prey on the downfall of the person.
Doesn't matter whose fault it is.
Yeah, me too. I am not one of those people. I want them to win, so our win looks better. Please. Hope Florida loses to everybody.
So it's
Be
like,
petty.
I was hoping Florida would lose to Long Island.
Come on, give me some juice here. Be
All
excited
right.
that Caleb Williams. destroyed
Tuesdays
them.
tomorrow. All right. Woo! See you then.
Off the bench.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress